Park, he's not a deputy education minister. He made this happen. Me, I don't respect that man one bit. No wonder he's with Haruna Idrisu at the education ministry. A criminal like him, he thinks he says somebody's scared of him. NDC. Why am I going to say protect the MPP? I will expose all of you. You can be the friend to John Mahama's brother. You can be a friend to John Mahama's wife. You can be a cousin to John. I will expose you. People insulted us, attacked us physically and spiritually. People wanted to kill us spiritually. People wanted to nullify our families. Menia soda minamo, phobia honchero.
Hey, ye, Kevin Taylor and the Buffon. Washasi expose na shasi. Allah, washasi be expose NDC for na moso mama Mahama nye Jumano. Deputy Education Minister. Hey, wait a minute, me who no crada. Sao no she. Wasa kwan won sem no. Na obi bia why wadwen say o mama me mo nkoso no. Why ready obey expose. Oh yes. On fancho kete on fancho kra. Obey expose into bia nye ready. NDC for no munye ready pa. Na Kevin Taylor say obey expose mu nyina munye ready. Obey expose mu nyina. Na Ose Bawumia be kasa de fa eye Ofori Atta case no. Se Bawumia say ono nta Ofori Atta echi a omra no me kasa mfa ho. Bawumia mba penalty say de Ofori Atta ye nyina MPP for aso. Bawumia so fu aso. Campaign be yeti Bawumia ne akwa no be dwane. Bawumia so be dwane.
This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
When you finish shit and bath campaign, I need your bank campaign. No, when you finish shit and bath campaign, wait. Okay, so we did at the end of the atem. Utamina reported a baby shit and bath campaign. I didn't want to know. Nyoma we no ordinamo oni adwene fufuro bia. Everything is blank. A binning some atro. But we are not going to do that. We are going to question his competence. We are going to question his credibility. You have a question, Jesia, or you're the leader of the NPP, the party. And you need to understand, Mahamudu Bawumia right now is the leader of the NPP. Obie ni party mo what to meet Bawumia. Bawumia, what Bawumia wants is what is going to happen now. In fact, the executives no mubabe electi no Bawumia will choose who he wants. The Bawumia panel a hona vote in the he has total control of the party. Now it do some time ayana in penifobia they sometimes disappoint the young people. One person I really revered, Arthur Kennedy. And I remember Arthur Kennedy, time Mahamudu Bawumia, Eko share Abronye chi. Ekacha Abronye say, only the professor from Boadu Atta. And the funny thing is, from Boadu Atta and Arthur Kennedy, they are all in the medical field. From Boadu Atta, Arthur Kennedy knew what Boadu Atta brings to the table professionally, as a doctor and also as a politician. Time Mahamudu Bawumia eko share Abronye chi. Okachira Abronye say omundi different Boadu Atta. Abronye betina TV so edidi from Boadu Atta, including sa eye akosua menu mu ne omo omudidi Bawumia chi edidi from Boadu Atta no. Arthur Kennedy came out to tell Ghana for say the followers of Bawumia any inquire more party no they have to understand say the Bawumia ema omo ye no emwa party nin kanko. It is something that is very bad, and that Bawumia being the leader of those group no, he was supposed to at least call them to order. Arthur Kennedy we heard him on TV. He actually came out and spoke and let Ghanaians believe say and made Ghanaians believe say or your penyinia sebio ɔte ekuom na sɛ bibi koye a obeka ama yatenetene no ansa na yakoyenim. In fact, at a point, Arthur Kennedy ama yɛnyina eti aseɛ sɛ until Bawumia ne fashion no, they try to correct the mistakes and resolve the problems they are creating. No, the NPP as a political party is not a party that is attractive enough, or nobody should even take the party serious, because people like himself and people like Frimpong Boatemono and the likes of Nyawota Makulua, Miracle Abuajimutidi Omatemono, he saw it say Omo to me, Bawumia to me, Anka Sanchez and Kwarano, Anani Mokiano, Emma Njai Omo Yena. He, Atta Kennedy, will not be somebody who would see Bawumia as a leader who is capable or has that credibility to lead the NPP. He made this indirectly on different platforms in Ghana, on Ghana media platforms. This is Arthur Kennedy. And at that point, people like us, we were like, okay, yenya penyini wofie. Yenya penyini asebio onye penyini munkere. Yenya penyini asebio okano kra. Or person the right thing should be done, because omayeti asiye say when you know a party nim onim the akos or party nim na the akos is and they say yan correct sa mistake na so omoko primary nim na ye gina sansem no so ema obi be winia. There is no way a party no betuma ko nim, and there is no way whoever we know will be a credible leader, especially coming from Bawumia's camp. Eya Abronya Bawumia was sponsoring, Abronya who was speaking in favor of Bawumia no. Arthur Kennedy made us understand, say our problems not solved. Na Bawumia kwa winia. He will never see Bawumia as a credible candidate. I also odi osono bodam ni nenim eko elections. Interestingly, yempeni fono dodono, they have lost their credibility, and what makes them a yet credible we can respect. Some of them have lost that respect. I don't know whether it's old age, or whether they have been compromised, or it's out of fear, or they also think, say, you know what, after 8 years, maybe I could get some of the booty, because Ekufuado was nobody, but today Ekufuado is a billionaire. I could get some of the booty, because Gabi was nobody. Today Gabi is a billionaire. I could get some of the booty, because Ofori Atta was nobody. Ofori Atta is a billionaire. So why not parts of the Bawumia slaves and also support the carnage, the disrespect, the inconsistency, and the disrespect for what the party represents. Adechiya Arthur Kennedy na ono pray for principles to be adhered to, no. Bawumia deserves a chance. Arthur Kennedy. This is the same Arthur Kennedy. You and I, we respected so much. We felt to say, principles are principles. And he will never move away from his principle. He will make sure the right thing is done before the party moves forward. This is the same Arthur Kennedy. He wants people to refer him as one of the founding members of the party, even though the Bawumia fashion, the Dennis Miracle Abuaje, the Abronyas have insulted to the core and made us believe, say, he has no knowledge about what we call founding members, and he does not have the credibility. He's nobody with any intelligence to call himself a party founding member. And this man was all over the place trying to sound, say, or a credible than the word credible. Today, Arthur Kennedy, for some reason, came out to tell us, to say, we should give Bawumia a chance. And you ask yourself, does Arthur Kennedy has credibility at his age? If you can Nanka, is Arthur Kennedy not the one who is taking the big share of Nanka? Because from all the things that he was saying before the elections, it looks like Arthur Kennedy has gone back to eat his own shit. And that is principle. These are some of the things I'm penifoni biya. Na ama in going to say Abronya mono, a bit to say encourage to say that is Miracle Abuajemono, they are able to insult them because they move away from their principles easily. Intende akorebi edidi Kennedy Japan atem, odidi Frimpong Boadu atem, odidi Nyawota Makulua atem. Now yesterday you were sitting on TV saying, say, Bawumia, for which we all know are supposed to stop it and correct these mistakes. Today you have decided to endorse these people and their leader. Then ye can wo Arthur Kennedy has been an embarrassment. The respect that he basically carried around. Arthur Kennedy has nothing left under his sleeves. He has become ordinary like all those people, the sycophants who have been licking Bawumia's butt. Arthur Kennedy has become one of those people. Arthur Kennedy has shown, say, abroche no otino, ebi ejumana or your higher friend doctor no, he's not earning as much as we think, and that he is beginning to look, say, the retirement is in the NPP, and that when he comes back home and join this group of termites, criminal incarnates, these political bandits, these Barbados, these Bangladeshis of human cavity, he will be also living a life who say Ekufuado a living. Arthur Kennedy has brought everything down. The level Arthur Kennedy, the respect we had for him, that respect has been thrown to the dogs. He has become another Bawumia butt licker. We should give Bawumia a chance on what basis? Dear Intiniama Bawumia chance. A dear Intiniama a chance. Where is the credibility engineers from Farmer Bawumia chance? You are an embarrassment to politics. No wonder these young people in the MPP, they look at you and your colleagues, your faces, and they insult you. Today, Bawumia is running around and you are chasing Bawumia. You are Bawumia's lapdog. You are disappointed yourself and what you represented as Arthur Kennedy. You have become an embarrassment. You need to give us a reason why we should give Bawumia a chance. This is the same man who was fueling party foot soldiers to go after your colleagues. And I say a forgetfulness. You have no credibility. You are telling us to give Bawumia a chance. Chance, Benyama Bawumia. What chance? You always speak of people being righteous. You speak of people having good morals. Today, you have eaten the morals. You have become one of those people. Tomorrow, when you sit on radio and TV to speak on anything, we will see you like a Abronye. We will see you like one of the foot soldiers. We will see you like one of the slaves that Bawumia is using because you have no principle. You have become a Bangladesh. You are a typical political Bangladesh. No principles. You are an embarrassment to the MPP leadership. What do you think, or what do you want to gain from this? Following young people around, people you were speaking against, people you were insisting they were supposed to do the right thing for this MPP to be recognized as a party in Nyansaforum. Today you have become part of the mad people. So who is the adult here in the room? And sometimes it'll be TMA. I've spoken to Arthur Kennedy before. I think 2019, I spoke to him on phone. He called me. I was so pleased that Arthur Kennedy called me. I spoke to him several times. He wanted me to come visit him in South Carolina, I think so. We exchanged numbers. We used to talk. He's somebody I revere. But today, that thing is gone. It disappeared. Arthur Kennedy told us that Dr. Arthur Kennedy accuses Bawumia of being unprincipled and ungrateful. Today, you are telling us to give an unprincipled creature a chance. You told us Bawumia is unprincipled and what's ungrateful. Today, you, the same Arthur Kennedy, you are telling us to give an unprincipled person chance to lead this country. What do you take us for? Say, I respect you, but you have lowered that respect. You have put it in the gutters. You have become an embarrassment to politicians. You have become an embarrassment. No wonder these young people, anytime they get the opportunity in the MPP, they insult people like you. How do you want us to see you now? You are the same person who told us Bawumia is unprincipled. Now, unprincipled person, ungrateful person, and then the Okaja say you should give him a chance. Do you know who an unprincipled person is? You people are selfish. You don't care about us. You only care about the mad elephant. Because you were sidelined, you are thinking that this unprincipled man called Bawumia will give you an opportunity to sneak into the corrupt cartel to come do us damage. You want an opportunity to be part of the unprincipled guy's cartel, right? Because you see Ekufuado, he made billions. You have spent so much of your time in America, and you think it's a waste of time. So you think, say, entering entering Bawumia click criminal is going to change your life. You are an embarrassment, say. Sit down. Now, but say, actions. Your friends are laughing at you. Your colleagues, your mates. You have become one of those people you have been speaking against. You have become one of those people you have been speaking against. And you have become worse than them. You are an embarrassment. Now, my man, there is one thing I want us to talk about. It's exactly 11:12 in Ghana. Mahamudu Bawumia. NPP flag bearer Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia says the party can still win the 2028 elections despite its wide loss in 2024. He told minority MPs that the defeat reflected internal challenges that can be resolved through unity, praising their dedication and pledging to work closely with them to secure victory. And the minority in parliament, Ekosra Bawumia, and Bawumia is still lying. Bawumia is still lying by telling MPP for say, party no, in Kugu Mudia, John Mahama, NDCs for winning 57%, Onya 38%, no, because of internal issues. Hey, the guy is still not realistic. Bawumia still does not want to accept reality. And you see, that is what I keep telling MPP for. Leadership does not respect those down there. Bawumia jina eye minority for nim e ka kire say, oh, election e lose ye de. Enya bibia na me lose ye, enya economy. Enya how we treated Ghanaians. Enya DDEP. Enya e-levy. Enya COVID-19 sika ye say no. Enya GDP e de kosro. Enya inflation e grew 54%. Enya dollar e picking 3.8 e de ko 17. Enya unemployment, enya NAPCO deceiving for, enya del high level of corruption, nepotism, enya Ekufuado chese ose na enya emubia the mom lose election here internal no mankasa eku. God damn it. The guy is delusional. The JM Temu, this is Temu JM Temu. This I want to be JM is delusional. Bawumia is still delusional. He still does not understand what is ahead of him. He is still blaming internal party issues on their defeat. Now, just saying, conform in 2024, no, they cared about internal party issues. The people who voted against you, Bawumia, was because you, Bawumia, deceived them. Say you were an economist. So many Ghanaians who voted against the MPP, they voted against MPP not because it was because they saw through you. They realized that you were deceitful. They could not trust your word. They did not have any confidence in you, and they still don't have confidence in you. The reason why Ghana former to me in 2017, it was because before 2016, you went around the nation, symposia and symposium, explaining to Ghanaians why we should give you Ghana's economy. Time now we have symposia and symposium, no, not dollar no 3.8. 90% of Ghanaians believed you. 90% of Ghanaians, we knew Ekufuado was dumb. He has been dumb from day one. Every single person who was around Ekufuado's age knew Ekufuado was a drug addict. They knew Ekufuado was not smart to govern. 90% of people who voted for MPP in 2016 voted for MPP because of you. Because you had told them that you had the touch. And that you were an economist. And that you could change the destiny of this nation when it comes to our economic problems. So 90% of Ghanaians were all chanting Bawumia, Bawumia. That is why you saw a lot of people come to your symposia and symposiums, because they felt you were a new person with new brains, with new kind of ideas. So the winning of the MPP in 2016 was all because of what you told Ghanaians, what was stuck in your heads. Now, at the end of the day, Ghanaians now no more 10 million, 20 million, 100,000 no, at 2024. Now, almost can you say through NAPCO because your economic policies will be able to create jobs. Remember, everything is based on economy. If you get the economic indicators wrong, you cannot create jobs. If you get the economic touch wrong, you cannot construct roads. If you get the economic touch wrong, your inflation will go up. When the economy is not stable, it means that hardship will continue. You will not be able to put the country on a stage or a level where people will feel at ease. People will be able to move around, do business, and make profit. So we handed over the economy to you. Majority of the time, I now say, you work at the Bank of Ghana. You know there's money and that you were going to make sure Ghanaians get it easy. 2024, pensioners are to Obama 2017. Pensioners are to Obama 2020. 90% of Ghana form to Obama MPP 2017-2020. They all knew Akufo-Addo was vegetable. He was dumb and he's foolish. They voted for Akufo-Addo because of you. They were still hoping you are intelligent to turn things around. They gave you 8 years. The economic management team, you were the boss. Have you forgotten yourself? You deceived all these people. They got disappointed. They were hurt because you were an imposter. You were never an economist. You lied to them. And that is what Ghanaians, that they cannot trust you. And you know what makes it more dangerous? They cannot trust you, one, and they cannot trust the people you are working with or walking with. Because the same people you were with 8 years are the same people behind you today. So what shows is there's one person who is intelligent to advise you to even change your ways. In the end, the minority about her. Now we catch a minority and say, and you lose election. Now internal party issues. It means you are not even recognizing the pain Ghanaians went through. You don't even want to recognize the pain that pensioners went through. You don't want to recognize the pain that nurses, NAPCO personnel. You don't want to recognize the pain that the haircut they buy. You don't want to recognize the pain that inflation they buy. You just don't want to recognize the pain that the corruption. You don't want to recognize anything. You still don't care about what the Ghanaian felt. Only any feelings for Ghanaians. It is all about power. And that shows that you are not ready to be trusted, to be given power. This your statement alone shows you still don't even know why you lost. Now, Kojo Pon Kruma Ekan Seminde. Or say, winning back Ghanaians' trust is the bigger battle. Kojo Pon Kruma say Ghana for beji MPP DBM no de onjindi or say eye okwa onim senia sa akon no mo betuma akon. And the reason why Ghana for to minji MPP Ghana MPP ndi ne Bawumia. The reason tia Ghana for they cannot trust the MPP is because of Bawumia, because Bawumia represent lies. Inti the moment and anytime Ghanaians onbehu Bawumia it reminds them of their pain. So you cannot convince Ghanaians as far as Bawumia is in the picture, as far as Bawumia is leading the pack, that thing we call distrust. That thing that we can't trust somebody, a political party, it will linger. It leads the party. If the MPP, someone in the you were not supposed to go with somebody Ghanaians, they know that it comes with some form of distrust. I was saying, your biggest problem is Bawumia na odimu. Nobody can trust Bawumia. Nobody can trust Bawumia. So and Bawumia be Ghana for any on national television. Now Bawumia catch Ghana for say, I will create jobs. People will laugh. So and Bawumia be Ghana for any on national television. No, I say, I will bring inflation lower than what the NDC is doing. People will laugh. Say na Bawumia be Ghana for any say, I will make sure the dollar goes to 1. People will laugh. Say na Bawumia be Ghana for any no catch them say, I will create jobs. I will make sure that GDP. People will laugh. why do you think people will laugh? People will laugh because they don't trust him. People will laugh because Bawumia, they cannot trust him. So you people, you have basically taken what nobody can trust to lead you. And it is like you buying a new car and sitting on the passenger seat and the driver's seat. It does not matter how beautiful that car is. Nobody will be able to drive it because you need to sit in the shit to drive the car. And nobody wants to sit in shit to drive the car. So as much as you are branding Bawumia, you are creating an impression that Bawumia is not part of a Kufuor. Bawumia is a different person. He has taken a shit in that brand new car. So if people can brand Bawumia, make him look like JM, delusional Temu JM, you can make him look like anything, but the shit is still there. It carries the smell. He still carries that smell. And nobody wants to be associated with that smell. It does not matter, baby, you can buy the nicest car. Because Bawumia has taken a shit in that car, baby, because they love the car. But when they open the door, there's shit on the seat. And you cannot move the car without sitting on that seat. You people need to understand. And it's like Japan say, change the leader, change the front, clean the shit. But you people were all about Ghana for Jimmy. We will take the shit and tell Ghana for say this shit that looks brown, it is Chocobilo. It is not Bawumia shit. And that is what you people were thinking. All you people following Bawumia, Kennedy Japan, Brian Champon, they were all telling people, say, you cannot present shit to the people and make them believe it does not smell. So you people were thinking, say, Mubetme atam bini. Na makache bini ne say, where the enye bini eye chocomilo because eye brown. Where the enye bini eye Ovaltine any amexe, but the smell will give you out. And the people know it does not matter how you rebrand that shit. You can call it Ovaltine, you can call it chocomilo, you can call it anything, but still it stinks. And that is what you need to fight. Until you people get rid of the shit, the party will never be attractive to anybody. And that is what you people have created. That is what you people have created. I knew that if I put Kennedy Japan's campaign on my TV, you people will give me the shit. I wanted the shit because I knew that someone for shit to namba. Kennedy Japan then will stand somewhere and say, "Na Bawumia yino na menka no." And you have brought back the same shit in different table, in different cup. So we knew what we were doing. We knew, say, you people were not smart. You didn't know what you were doing. Because the advice say, change the shit. But you people just put that shit in plastic bag and you tied it. And you're telling us that this shit is the fried rice. You are telling us that this shit, it is the gobe. You are telling us that this shit, it is trophy. But the fact of the case is, say, we can still smell the shit from the plastic. We can still smell the shit from the plastic. So the issue about trust is about leadership. When people went to the ballot to vote for the NDC, it was leader, it was trust. And yes, someone who John Mahama da. And yes, someone named John Mahama. And yes, someone named NDC. And yes, someone named Baby John Mahama Frio. It was trust. It was the word of John Mahama. They went back to listen to John Mahama. They looked at John Mahama and they took that trust. Every single vote John Mahama got was out of trust. Can anybody trust Bawumia? Send Bawumia be national television. So can say, I am Bawumia, I'm going to create new jobs. You think Ghanaians are going to be serious? I am going to bring inflation lower than what NDC has done. Do you think Ghanaians are going to take him serious? Even if NDC performs lower than they are performing now, nobody is going to trust Bawumia. Politics is about trust and perception. That is politics. It is trust and perception. Bawumia represent mistrust and their perception, which is bad. So, what you people are doing, you need to understand. You are never coming to power. Now, I want to talk about something. Say, you can't trust one. Who upon Kruma, can say, your biggest setback, ever trust for Ghanaians to trust Bawumia. It brings me to today's topic. Mahmoud Bawumia, as we speak today, is the leader of the NPP. He's powerful than the chairman. He's powerful than NEC. He's powerful than grassroots. He's powerful than anybody in the NPP. What Bawumia would say today, and then a word. The question here is, Bawumia, why has he refused to speak on Ken Ofori Atta's detention? You are talking about trust. Ghana for person Bawumia di. You want us to believe Bawumia? You want us to believe that Bawumia is not part of Ekufuado's damage? You want us to know that Bawumia is not a friend to Ken Ofori Atta and they came together to destroy us? You want us to see, say, Bawumia's governance is different from Ekufuado's governance? You want us to believe, say, all that Bawumia did, and only Ekufuado na yeye. Why hasn't he spoken on the Ken Ofori Atta matter? It is because Ken Ofori Atta and Bawumia, for the 8 years, they were drafting our budget. For 8 years, they were at EMT discussing and putting things together. For 8 years, the books that Ken Ofori Atta was cooking, Bawumia was aware. If Bawumia wants us to trust him, his first assignment out of the 1,000 assignments is for him to come out on national television and tell us his take on Ken Ofori Atta's situation. Does he want Ken Ofori Atta to come and face Ghanaians and let us know that he can account for his stewardship, or he believes Ken Ofori Atta should hire the richest lawyers in America to defend him to stay in America? Bawumia needs to tell us. He needs to state his stance on the Ken Ofori Atta matter. Some people trust him. Right now, your campaign, he is the leader. He's been walking around. Right now, Bawumia is scared of the media. He does not want to grant any interview. He's running away from the media. Bawumia should avail himself. He should speak to the media. We want to ask him. We want to know his stance when it comes to Ken Ofori Atta's detention. We want him to tell us, we want to ask him just 2 questions. And if I get the opportunity to speak to Bawumia or question him, I'll ask him just 2 questions. Mahmoud Bawumia, do you want Ken Ofori Atta to return to Ghana to account for his stewardship, to prove to Ghanaians that you were not part of what he did and that you never was involved in his crime? Or you want Ken Ofori Atta to stay in America, fight the immigration system and stay in America? I will ask Bawumia just these 2 questions. We want to know from Bawumia. Bawumia ope media. Bawumia neyire epe bloggers chain on wankasa no ho. Why are they running away from an interview? You have won an election. It's over 24 hours. Bawumia has not met the media. He has not spoken. We want to know his ideas. We want to question Bawumia. Bawumia is running for the media. We want the leader of the NPP. Let me tell you, being a flag bearer of a party is definitely making you the leader of the party. We want to know what the leader, we want to know his stance. We want to know Bawumia's view on Ken Ofori Atta's matter. He needs to tell us. Because, you see, the posture of the leader will determine where the party will head or where the party is headed. So we want to know Bawumia's position on Ken Ofori Atta's matter. He has stayed away from it. Why? Right now, you people want to sell us a new NPP. You want us to sell us, you want to sell us a new Bawumia. You want to tell us Bawumia is not corrupt. You want to tell us the NPP we are saying is corrupt and never to come close to power. You are telling us that it is a new NPP. Bawumia does not know Ken Ofori Atta. Bawumia does not know Ekufuado. Bawumia is an independent person. We want Mahmoud Bawumia to meet the press and tell us his view on the Ken Ofori Atta matter. You want to sell a candidate to us. You want us to trust you. You want us to trust Bawumia, but Bawumia cannot face us. We want to question Bawumia. He should call the media. Why are you people shielding Bawumia? Why are you running away from the media, Bawumia? We want your views on the Ken Ofori Atta matter. You are saying you want to lead the MPP. We should give you power in 2028. You say Ken Ofori Atta we are sika. When Ken Ofori Atta ye juma closely for 8 years. 8 solid years. Ya check Ken Ofori Atta wa America. OSP, Eddie Ken Ofori Atta in Semakojina court. Yes, we are ye. Yes, so when in Netina EMT. Yes, so when I will lead the economic discussion in cabinet. Ken Ofori Atta extra budgets and one in the shame. Yes, see, so open see a Jewudi. Say, wo, onya kron 40 Ken Ofori Atta, and you are not in support of what Ken Ofori Atta is doing. Avail yourself and tell us your position. Avail yourself. Tell us. Bawumia, who likes the media? Bawumia is all over the place. On the one a light to channel. On the one a media channel. 24 hours a chum. We're winning elections. He cannot meet the media. We want your views. We want you to speak on Chairman to me status. We want you to speak on Ofori Atta's matter. We want you to speak on Give to Awaris issue. We want you to speak as somebody who wants to prove to us that when you're comfort to say more. The Bawumia you are bringing, which Bawumia are you bringing? Is it the same Bawumia who was the head of EMT with Ofori Atta? Is it the same Bawumia who sat in cabinet with Ofori Atta? Is it the same Bawumia who is in charge of economy under Boadu? Tell us, is this a new Bawumia? Then let him tell us where his stance is. Because even this statement, Bawumia telling the minority say, it is not anything na lose elections, no. Name inter-party problems. But Bawumia was recently apologizing to Ghanaians. Mr. S, get me the video. Bawumia was apologizing and telling us to say, we are sorry because of the election we lost. What was he apologizing about? Was he apologizing to the delegates because he wanted their vote, or he was apologizing to us Ghanaians? Because you are telling the minority, say, the election of Muluzi, you know, it is not because you hate DD, you hate pensioners, you hate Ghanaians, Ghanaians were disappointed in you. You are saying it is because more party no more problems. Meaning that apology you were putting out, it wasn't for Ghanaians. That apology was to the delegates so that you could win their votes. You think we are stupid? A double standard man. A man who is not consistent. And we are not going to insult you. We are going to question your statements. Nancy now Pacho. Or say you are sorry and the elections. And they will catch our party for say na a party issues in Tina Muluzi. It is a apology bina de Brayano. Was it just to win the delegates' vote? It wasn't an apology to Ghanaians. We want you to meet the media. We want to ask all these questions. Why are you running from the media? And I want to ask the MPP, is this the same Bawumia you want to present, or there's another Bawumia, a temu delusional JM Bawumia na modene banasa dieng? Because to me, you know, if it is the same Bawumia, then we want answers. We are not going to insult him. We want answers. We want Bawumia to prove to us. We want to trust the MPP. Bawumia should avail himself. Why is he hiding from us? So the apology, what was it about? If you are telling us to say the election in Muluzi, you know, it is about party issues in Muluzi, then the apology you were apologizing, you know, it wasn't to Ghanaians, it was to the delegates. Send a bear to me win elections, you know. So it means you were lying. You have never been honest to Ghanaians. You have never been honest with Ghanaians. Bawumia has always taken Ghanaians for granted. And this is Bawumia's apology. I want to ask him, from what he's saying today, that they lost the election because the party had issues. It wasn't because of the economy. It wasn't because of DDEP. It wasn't because of inflation. It wasn't because of interest rate. It wasn't because of unemployment. It wasn't because of anything. It was because the party had issues. The minority group, if you look at or analyze the data, the problem was internal. The same person was on stage telling Ghanaians that we as a government did not do what you want. We as a government took some decisions that were wrong. And forgive us. He comes home, he wins the power, and he tells his party people, the problem is not even as big as we see it. It is internal. A party problem. And yet DDEP. And yet high cost of living. And yet inflation that was out of the roof. And your unemployment rate, and your corruption, it is internal. Into a solve internal problem now, you be winning election. This is a flip-flopper. This is Bawumia. Anytime people say MPP before say, more Bawumia for be or and I say, Temu way, Temu Bawumia we are, Temu JM we. Delusional Temu. Bawumia we are na modern ban I say more for be or baby. Now he is the leader of the party. The Obeka and a word. Yebusa Bawumia, what is his take on Ofori Atta's matter? He has been walking around and shaking people and greeting people. We want him to meet the media. We want him to speak to us. We want Bawumia to tell us he is the leader of the NPP. Whatever he says represents the NPP. We want the NPP to speak through Bawumia. We want Bawumia to tell us, because the general secretary of the NPP is a foolish boy. He is basically a foolish boy. He's a Pentium 2. He's not intelligent enough. The leader of the MPP today is Mahamudu Bawumia. The Bawumia Bekano and an MPP representing. The Pesiabusa MPP, Bawumia leader, say, what is his take on the Ken Ofori Atta matter? We are not done. We will be back. We will keep asking the questions. We will not insult anybody. We will always play your terminal report. We will let Ghanaians separate emotions, separate what we call competence from emotions, competence from sympathy. We will question your intelligence. We will question your competence. We will let Ghanaians know why you don't have to lead Ghana. And we will consistently do it for the next 41 years. We are not done. Mahamudu Bawumia is the leader of the NPP. He's bigger than Kufuor. He's bigger than the Kufuor. He's bigger than NEC. He's bigger than the chairman and bigger than general secretary. We want him to speak on Ken Ofori Atta's matter. What is his take on Ken Ofori Atta's matter? Ghana for time and now power to the toilet group of companies. Enti a toilet home dondonization. What about dondon? What at the toilet no? When can find if one I can. Shabenina original one was the dondon namotiazi and the horrible dondon the toilet no or OJ bin home. Ever to was it? All but dondon bin home. Na Bawumia jina solo no orkasa into when can find reporter bijina wa. Asema osi wa hande day. Mahamudu Bawumia ope frankafu tufu we to ama MPP. And the orchestra guamem na orchestra no kan sibio anye wonsam na orchestra na benyimbiso no kuta dondon na Bawumia ka na odi dondon na akyerase nti mra Mahamudu Bawumia orchestra na ankrata na odi dondon no ori kyerem enti so gotala tabejore akwa madam. All right, let me say hello to one or two people. Obi to say Kevin Taylor dear. I didn't know the social media no and it brings me to this issue of traditional media. Ghana for you 2026, and then you will hear people still talking about traditional media. Who created that word, that traditional media? What does it mean? Because now me can't say so ebini toilet nyanchon. So bit to look at this. This one there. What is it doing? Why are they showing this on TV? Me say nyanchon. Me say ebini miya mekasa. Me say edien. Bawumia eka ebini wasem. So meka toilet enwani bini. Ain't I don't see what it's making you say. And you cannot do this on traditional media. And I mean, say. I know more radio, Sunni TV, Sunni Facebook. The traditional media right now, people are doing things that is the traditional media will not do. What is traditional media? I want to ask you that simple question. What is traditional media? Mama Ghana for asumu enkoda. Because you people are losing the grip of modern day journalism. You are losing the grip on what we call people using the technology to send message in different form. No, you people are still not used to what is happening. And you still get them saying traditional media. Who created that word traditional media? What is traditional media? What is traditional media? Because at this point, we are talking about dialogue. We are talking about sending message across. You might decide to choose the language you want to use, and somebody else might decide to choose another language he thinks fits. So bit like I say, the traditional media, we have lost it. What is traditional media in Ghana? What is traditional media? You are sitting on social media and you are talking about traditional media. Do you see social media as a traditional media? And in Ghana, what do you consider traditional media? Unless you are foolish, until the old cannot say. There's nothing like traditional media. It doesn't work like that. In 2026, akorabie niwa oka traditional media obetie wase say wo Jimmy, you don't even understand what you are talking about. What is traditional media? Because as we sit here, Kwame Despite Nankasa Kro be a Peace FM no. Mumusa say in a week, how many times does he watch Peace FM? Does he watch UTV? So what do you call traditional media? Now traditional media ne say yabobo dying, na mutimu wo Joy News, anana mutimu wo City, anana mutimu wo Peace FM. Ana Angel FM, ana Kesman FM. Now what you wanna yaso Mike, now Kasemu, and then I'm consider traditional media. What do you consider traditional media? Is it about what to say and what not to say? And who has the right to determine what to say and what not to say? Who has the right? Because you should be able to tell me, say, these words you can say it and these words you cannot say it. Now, the biggest media houses in the world are all on social media now. CNN is making majority of its money on social media. BBC, it's making its money, majority of its revenue on social media. Al Jazeera, all the major news outlets are, we call them traditional media, no? They are all on the same platform I am on. The same platform, you idiot, you are sitting on. There is nothing like traditional media. You need to understand what is happening. What is happening now is that the young people, the new world we are in, you don't have to go sit in a box and let somebody call you a journalist before you can send information out. You can choose to use the nicest words to send your information. It is up to you. It is your decision to sit and be like Sebi and be like, with all due respect, and be like, it is your problem. But then if people believe that they can send message in different ways and in different forms, because you see, when it comes to communication, when it comes to dialogue, it is what will attract the other party to listen to you. That is why even they say not making a decision is making a decision. Because you deciding even not to make a decision, you have made a decision. For you to even decide, say, I'm not going to eat, you have made a decision not to eat. So not even making a decision, you have made a decision. You cannot sit on Facebook, you cannot sit on TikTok and be talking about traditional media, making people, why have we left traditional? What do you mean by traditional media? Every single TV station in Ghana, every single radio station streams on Facebook, on TikTok, on Twitter, and it's on YouTube. What are you calling traditional media here? Or you just like the word and you are still not used to what is happening. What is happening is new, is different. You need to jump on it. You can choose to do it the way you want to suit you. It's what Maka say, okay, media, me a journalist, media me church and semu, media sibia meka mensem no, meka in such a way obi abeka se Boadu. That is your opinion. That is what you want to do. That is how you feel you can send your message. It is what's not Facebook, what's not YouTube, what's not TikTok. That's a nipa 10 in the show. It is your decision to make sure say nipa 10 pen show. I don't care. Why do you think say nipa 10 pen show? Maybe you are doing something that is wrong. Maybe the way you are communicating your message, you are not able to communicate it. You lack that experience and depth to understand what dialogue or communication means now. It is a won't tiasia. Why Jinibaya will say, Eya Dana, a software, you was software bia or no, original radio sua or kasa, the same Bible no use. And you another software, original radio su kasa, the same Bible. Sa software me now with Facebook, use the same Bible. Why are people watching a year Alpha Hour? Adentina will suffer now, okona sorry na, ono se Christo to say Alpha Hour no, ono so begina a year Facebooker. Now all using the same Bible, and using the same gospel. No, why are they not getting the same numbers to say Alpha Hour? Enya, there's something missing you don't understand. So until you are able to find that, until you bring yourself to that realization, say the old time in some kind of media, ya the logo bia bomechi. Media time as soon as the mic is simenim into the moment the logo abomichino may be better than the OTB. You will still live in that small cube, that small mediocre kind of thinking. You are not going to reach anybody because you are still not part of the movement. You know, journalism has changed, whether you like it or not. All the presenters you see on CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, MSNBC, they have their personal podcasts. Why do they have it? Why do they, if you're a presenter on CNN, why would you need your own personal podcast? And the Sinkupa or one personal podcast or user at the why do you think Anderson Cooper having a platform on CNN or whoever hasn't having a platform on CNN still wants to have a personal podcast? It is because of the messaging. The language he will use on CNN is not the same language he will use on his personal podcast. He is understanding the two. He's beginning to know that so CNN so the viewership na onyano so oya the podcast na o changing language na the viewership will be bigger than that one of CNN. It is a ultimate advancing to that level na. Obetina Cubimum aka say, hey, asime sidie, I don't know what say. And a typical example is Captain Smart. You people all started with Captain Smart. You people all they be amunyina musu Captain Smart na say. Muni baby or start free, yeah. Munyina muni baby Captain Smart is starting, yeah. And a Captain Smart no ha. And why is it so Captain Smart is still on TV? It's still on radio. Why is it so you people your numbers cannot beat Captain Smart? I am not saying Captain Smart is an exceptional presenter, no. But you people ask yourself, Adentina, you people are musi munim edumane channel, mo amusi onim ethics no, mo amusi munim nase from Fox FM, and okwa more fire. Adentina Captain Smart is still controlling the numbers you cannot control. Why? If Captain Smart is doing something that you people think is wronger, why is he still controlling the numbers? You people are supposed to find a way to get the ears of the people like Captain Smart. So you people are just foolish. You don't understand what you are doing. There is something that a media general did. And this is the modern kind of journalism. Modern, let me tell you, more eyes, more views, more money. That is the order of the day. See me? More eyes, more views, more money. And right now, people are self-employed on social media. It is about the eyes. It is about it. However you do it. You are the one who is saying, you want to follow a standard. It's your problem. Follow the standard and let two people watch you. It is your problem. But if everyone on social media decides, say, I have a way, I have a strategy, I have some way to get the eyes and the ears of the people, they have to do it. As far as, say, that platform they are on. So be to YouTube. Now, or use any word he wants to use. That's YouTube and banana. You cannot stop that person. That person is still going to get the eye. There's one thing that Media General did years ago. Now, the whole Ghana, Obiabo Joy News, multimedia. Why do you think today Media General has the numbers than every platform in Ghana? In fact, Oka TV, new radios, or Ghana, numbers. People listen to them. Media General. Why? It is because they saw the light. They realized they have to do things differently. They realized they had to change the way they communicate. You cannot sit at one place, use the same background, use the same kind of ideology to work and expect changes. No, it doesn't work. It is all checking Media General. They looked into the system. They checked the system very well. They pick their presenters carefully. When they are picking presenters, they are looking at the numbers that presenter carries. How long he or she can carry the numbers. And also, how many new people that presenter can bring on. And how interesting they can sustain that program. Because, okay, say Media General is ska. Yakasi assigning way abaha, assigning way abaha, assigning way abaha is ska. How do you get the money? You need to get the ears. You need to get the eyes. So until you get to that point, and anytime I remember example say, Kwame despite ankasa, Busane say, or no odrufia, how many times do you hear UTV? Kwame despite or hear DSTV from Anopa to Enyumre. Mumusa Kwame despite say, how many times do you hear UTV? Because there's nothing on UTV that is attractive to him and attracts him for him to sit there 1 hour and watch. Adentina, a man for and the chairman won't to me quarter. There's a traditional media, and I'm a boy. Chairman won't to me who know he's for the bottom. Now or chairman bloggers. Why do you think he's doing that? Chairman won't to me want bloggers. Why? Because he knows the bloggers will be the people who can send the message across for him to tell his story. Chairman went to me, why didn't he call UTV, Peace FM, Neat FM, City TV and say, you people, I sort you. When they step out of court, they want the bloggers. They are looking for bloggers. Why do you think they are looking for bloggers? They are looking for bloggers because that is where the eyes are. That is where the ears are. They know their message can be sent across. The 2026 kind of media now, it's about sending message across. And there are so many ways to send messages across. It is a way to kwa na se unim nyansa na wenim bie ya why you be say media na ye bibi na traditional media. What the fuck is traditional media? And idea what is traditional media? Say you be a TV radio station na Bernard Avle or to them na so Mike abra small boy bi so ete kwada so ono so ato the same mic ono so internet so go for no what makes better than that small boy? Say young man bi o sirem na ne bra no mic baako wato eye nyama ma no na waso the laptop na otumi reach 100,000 people na obi etie na. Does he care about GBC? Does he care about UTV? Does he care about Peace FM? No. So you people should adapt. You still don't understand. You still don't understand the new kind of media na ekosono. And yes, I would baby near the logo be atari which in a traditional media. No. More politicians, more Bawumia, and the Salmon call for no. When they want their message to go out there, and they'll call Bawumia bloggers doors a party for. Today, when you visit Mahmoud Bawumia in his house, there are more bloggers in Bawumia's house. When we say GBC are mounting a tripod, Bawumia for 5 hours, that they don't have the time because Bawumia doing tia, and Bawumia is not willing to pay GBC because on himself or a blogger within 10 minutes, that blogger can share his message. Until you people should adapt, and when you're adapting, you need to have strategy. You need to know how to send your message. It is a TV, Sony, Facebook, any YouTube. No, be answer. It is because when you need to understand how things are working now. You still don't get it. You are still villagers. Munye da huye nkurase for. Muntiasia, mojin say 1992 strategy na etwem enye dwuma biem. Inti mokasa ena mosori na papa Kofo be di president how many years ni? Kofo be di president how many years ni? Inti ye ka Ghana sama ena ye papa Kofo ena ye dia papa Kofo kasa no. With all due respect to Kofo, but how things are going now, even with Kofo and technology, with all due respect to Kofo, on to baby a technology and then the Kofo to meet wheelchair mu to be directed wheelchair no where to go. Kofo could have said so you should stick. Why has Kofo chosen to sit in a wheelchair? Because it is a faster way of doing the moving. It makes the convenience is better. It is comfortable. It is a Kofo could have said say opeso use puma because on the oyetitini on the original cancer with the on the yana nanom ohun said na nyini no ne papa nyini na papa kuta puma but Kofo say on pepuma up a wheelchair digital. Why? It is because I didn't end there no convenient obetumi dia anantin tentem obetumi dia dini juma. So let's adapt. Na ye Jimmy ye mu bia ye nkurasefo. Let's stop using that word traditional media. What is traditional media? The places I reach with my media house, no TV station in Ghana reach those places. So there's nothing like traditional media. Munya nkurasesamo no, when people are pulling the numbers, my menka bibinchiro TV, the number of people watching you. Say TV benyeska, say radio benyeska, the number of people listening. And now, say obiba koso ewo this industry ma the number of eyes and ears. Iti munye ready say mo be change mu style no. Munye ready say mo be adapt it, mo be change the way you talk, the way you present, the way you do things. Some of that 1992 kind of journalism there. Nobody's going to listen to you people. And it is not our fault that nobody is listening to you. It is because you people are not smart enough to understand technology has changed things. And the janda munye juma. And they want to mean chatro now nantenko. Unto me bo sire mun kase and na me papa Kofo ye share papa Kofo no that nyoma no ka obi antie. And they want to me bo sire mu and ye call ye no na obi ani ho into the ka kire mu ni. Those things don't work. And where the China something Kenya meche eni akasa san kwase something Kenya meche nsensem le twam yan fresh something Kenya meche na small boy bi dia to Facebook dada na ewu story no enti we are done with those tetenyoma no and China report free ha se sia de ye se asem bi esi o menhia o ye twen something Kenya meche butu oba so santase na ye te ye twen something Kenya meche Samsung Kenya meche kuta eyi telephone bi a ye frena na kati small boy bi gina kuta na iPhone download straight up to Facebook to TikTok. Now they will question to say traditional media. What is traditional media? It's about time we adopted. It's about time you change your style. And most of you people cannot cope with the kind of media any journalism nobody is telling you to go and insult. There are people who don't use strong words, but people are watching them. And it's the Alpha Hour. A typical example. Alpha Hour is using the same Bible your pastor is using. As Alpha Hour is using the same quotation your pastor is using. Why do you have so many people watching Alpha Hour and not watching your pastor? It is because Alpha Hour with steady system, no, We realize say obetumi use technology. We realize say he needs to change the dialogue, the style of communication. It is a one who said no. Now Jimmy ya will say ya can be to trim traditional media. Yeah, they traditional media. Oh bodam. So traditional media not to one woo. Anything that you people, majority, you are not relevant to Ghanaians. Anything majority of you people are not relevant. So change the style, learn, adapt. Start to draw silk draws na fruit of the loom no. Sanyo man monsi sano na monsi semu. Monsi semu. Na san kwasi ake kan de entumi sisa bibia mamu. Nyoma sisa wo. Nyoma sisa. So you people, you need to start changing the way you do things. You need to, because man sasibia you will be like this for years, and nobody's going to listen to you people. It's movie anamu blame in Kofoa. They are successful on radio, they are successful on TV. Someone who have been a started journalism. That's a sandy panel. At this point, we're changing the style. Or someone who said, there's something going on. You people have to find a way to change your style. And yet, the Biana, Unime, Mokaime, Yana report to a hoe, Yene, time you call PCFM, you call Chanyaman, and yet Juma Bibu. Anna Joma Medru, they say I am this for campaign, no, until you said, I'll catch a bonnet tougher. Why never want to tougher mouth? And the bonnet tougher my is here a tear for you, a tear for Bain. Yenny tear for your Alfonso. Yeah, Kevin Taylor, Yenim update, Now do Jimmy to a tear for you, a tear for Bain. Etie for ben etie and about the top of my they say I'm wondering he na see the uchrema who is saying na nipa dodo mo ho no de na omo keka blog e twa de ne de abeto me hu de ekọ ugina wo ye etie for tiu and something ke nya meche and adwo abrago and we kasa enti de enjai bibia de metie report o network nye o phone nya papa ye nim asam na wo konitiro se na yo ye ntia ase ye hwe ne gani wo social media so I wo say something ke nya meche. Something Kenya have no problem that we didn't have menum. Kofi Adoma when we start here, Mumbusa so way. Kofi Adoma on one knee, and on one knee dark. Mumbusa Kofi Adoma say on way. The Coffee TV the Kregu. Share, boy, you're still on your bayer, and your TAWay, and your Cassa, yo yati. Now also you was saying, yo, now where did you but send on me from Koyo? I wait there. Ude we are. Now, not all can be hey. Let me land. Aye, and where the Omumia knew a hunting Kebesa and get to Tomano, me patcha wona besatiana, or say I na some no can now was saying. Me try manu not yet you need you madi. Now Marco Fanquasia go say you interview. And at the Emebu interview no. Jimmy Fobi Gugua broche need you madi. And Quasia for fee Gugua broche. Ometina broche 30 years ni only $10,000 da ho ne wo fi wo hwe ne dem antade sensen ho adan ya omo na ebe ye mu interview interview ba yeden kwase mpanyi bi atina abroche be America be 30 years only 10,000 boda ho ne wo hia ai na o ye den na ejimi fogu Facebook so adan ya ye betie o madwene na ye ngase ntumi kinkan kirem ye ngase dim nyansa se de ekoso ne ye behu na ejimi fo matena brochire omo to kan omo nya dwuma papa bi ada da bia omo ba omo no mo kire de obi nye enso ehi omo boburo no bugu abrochire enkwase associate degree bi obunya no de tikrom ha a year or make more than $100,000 or $200,000 or make it $300,000 or Facebook no be kire me na adwene ai intesia no we de ye be se chiche magana for tiase oro kwase at bronze be kire mu uru Jimmy to Massachusetts o be kire bi mu na memete amaka se me pe bibi mo wo akirikire mu na journalist na to interview no onim nyanse se ono be kinkan wa akirikire mu akire me journalist na to no oye show 2 hours we de nya abotre wo kan wo de into unje enye ye pa ho and yan wi a wo so kasa na sa journalist na to no san kwase ade na obi antumi nye that means that nipa na to no or conduct interview no we Jimmy onim ontumi kinkan kirikire mu nkire nipa journalist or smart no is able to do his or her own editorial, explain to the people when you say pay information no. Now I analyze information no. na wo no wama nipa na omutie no at information ase na wo do kwasi akofa nkofo abegu say wo kasa wewie wo de nyabotre na we nkasa na ye pe conductor anke yankofa conductor ba mbekirem na wo ye journalist ase we conductor na 1 hour no journalist no be kasa 2 minutes na enkwasiafo bi a omo betena brochire a omo ho abo omo so no omo na omo ka omo adwene depression fo omo ware me ejeja omo go isi na brochire omo ntuma complete ehia fo tete brochire omo tax ntina tax ka omo tu etwa plane ticket ko Ghana omo na omo be kire Ghana nsem obodam mo bodam ohun I think I did 1 hour. Ana mo boda mo hu. Ye pe conductors we be mo Ghana genye bi. Wo na wo be kire se bi e conduct wenka na wenka so obi abetuma ye bi. Mo boda mo go sua de na mo timi cheche nsem nkire Ghana fo ejimi fo ma. All right, mama ndwedwem. Saboteurs. Egi gim. And yes, sorry, no, asama abedahoni a year Ministry of Transport to present bill to rename Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport. And this assembly I also very, very happy about. But say some people are saying the changing of the name from Kotoka International Airport to Accra International Airport, what benefit? Any benefit still we will change it. It doesn't have to give us money before we change it. We don't need permission from anybody to change the name. If we feel that the name near the tosono and yet a deserve, we have the right to change it. It is not the money that is bringing. Because I don't think so when you were given name by your parents, you later came to ask them, say, why did they give you that name? And that did it bring them money? I don't think you went to ask your parents that. There's a reason to your parents did a din da also. Because they believe it's a sa edino e was say esesa bra. It is say your mind na say the edin bia koto airport so na ya dwene wan say edin nyansa nim. Nipa na o yedi sa edin ma to airport no so ne bra obo no enso ani. He does not deserve data. What wrong? And I say we want to change the name. We don't have to get money to change the name. If we feel that the name near the atosono, nipa na emfata say edin di beto so we have the right to change it. This Kotoka guy, ne record ne saying, Oyeku, enotu kwame nkrumah. We don't want despicable people like that to be having names on government facilities into ye change. We don't need permission from God. We don't need permission from you. We are Ghanaians and we want to make sure yetrimu eho aye fine. We don't want people with such a record to be carrying our airport to be carrying such names. And no. So this is not anything I say debate. This is something we all support. And then one person edi wudi for obia only better air track record eto the badin yempe edino. And I've seen people ask, what is it going to bring us? It is not going to bring us anything, but we don't want it. If you people don't get this, and just a form, Kotoka is a traitor. And we need to change it. Yankasi ye change the akoto hinibiso. Yankasi ye change edi akoto hima biso. Yankasi ye change the akoto imam biso, anasofi biso. Ye change the ato e corona airport ni sinu so. What is the big deal here? Sanke change ni akoto angunani hinibiso a kakwase weka se da koma ngunafo. Yale koma krobofo din a kebeka se da koma krobodin. Ye change ni kere koto miame papa din so a kebeka se da koma mfantini. Ye change ye say ye ato e corona airport ni sinu so. What is your problem? Ghana for mu yesua tradodo. Mumudodo mo sua de ama ejimifo. Book na musua no muntumi apply mo common sense. This is right. We will change the name. Ne to do so China yire to. We ekwaze vote ne to do so China yire to. Na we somebody who is a lawmaker. On any problem say yeti kroma ene ye ba Kumasi. E ho na oye MP. Me say akwa ne to do so China girlfriend to. Ene ye beka che otu for say ye be change Kumasi International Airport. That time no offer letterhead bia Kumasi International Airport na ya trust Kumasi International Airport. Every document bia, every banner poster bi a obi ani atwa so Kumasi International Airport and the MPP. Ye ko Kumasi ene ye koka say ye be change ne di nato e be the airport ne beto ohini bi din. Ye tena ha ya demonstration kwase yampen you and the to do so chane yere to no. Wan ka say it's a waste of taxpayers. These are foolish people. Ye tena Ghana Kwame University of Ghana, any other universities. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, do you know changing the name of a university? Do you know the amount of work that has to be done? Akufo-Addo kwasi ampenyi we ba or sit there and dombo yetina krom ha. Universities had to go back, change every single document, because Akufo-Addo wanted to bring his father's name into our history. Akufo-Addo wanted to bring people who were criminals with criminal backgrounds, people who worked with other foreigners to come and commit crimes in Ghana. Nana Akufo-Addo, Jimmy Fowe, or Nene Nkofowe, they came to change names like Oma Boadu. You people did not see, say it was something that will hurt the taxpayer. We are changing Kotoka to Accra International Airport. So I want to ask you for Jimmy Ko Kumasi, Kotana Kumasi, Kurasi Kotana ho. Ka onim nyansa ka obeka kire Ghana for say and ye Kumasi Airport no the ben international plane be siwo because ya beto ni din say dia international airport kurasi ni aba krom ena nkurasefo ato abama kurasi ni aba krom into obedu krom no ompe ade papa mfonko fie ena onenam nkran ne to do se chen ne yere nto ena okeka nkwase asem yetena krom ha. So this is supposed to be done. We don't need to get money from it. I don't care how much it's going to cost. They need to change the name. Okay? I am MPP for whom. My junior must say, Ghana ni yechire no hu. Mo jin say ko 4 time, but Jimmy 4 time oh. Mo MPP for. My junior must say Ghana ni team no ba Jimmy bre e de say ko 4 time no. Osaf ma for tumi ko saloon ko loan. Mo jin say ba Jimmy bre ko 4 tumi Ghana at 50. Na Ghana for sika oni ko dom pieni ani rekubrobe omo wie sika no audit ye auditor forensic audit chese o se nke chikufu tum no moju se ba Jimmy bre na kufu free power na ne kro no obo ye nyina no waka cha GBC for so mun delete no moju se ba Jimmy for mra kufu tam Ghana for gold e ko ye chain beto du kom no moju se da ho ba Jimmy bre ana mo border mo hu ana moju se ye nyina ye Jimmy se mo forefathers no. We are building, and it is not how you people feel. It is about how we want to build this nation. And majority of Ghanaians, at least 57% of Ghanaians, are still in support of this government. So this is something we want, and we will change the name. Sa ba Jimmy Brenna, kufobedi president na, moya nyoma na mudi esie, ene ya papa kufo, ene moya campaign kwa mutumi mbo kufo din. Ene moya campaigner, mutumi nye bold, mbo kufo din. Mo tsara na mbo kufo din because kufo bo kro no or the tetemo. Because muntumi nkenkan entiase ya kenkan kyerem so na mutiti moto kofo ball kro no di sie nti munnim senia ya research enti madwene mu se kofo ene bagimi kofo time ye ni kofo time o bagimi bre 2000 ene 2026 kofo be di president e ko 30 years kofo be di president TikTok ni ho kofo be di president na nyoma bebre electric car nyina na ebi ni ho kofo obedi president no na untumi enfre obi chese kofo obedi president na ye bagimi breu ye ni bagimi breu nyoma sesa enti ayana de bia no mutena Ghana na ma adwene se mo MPP fo no enya mo de a obi agimi sa de no ye mpene mo. We are going to question your intelligence because Mumudu Dwarmajino from now listen to Afenyo marking on this same matter. Ye be change Kotoka International Airport. Kotoka or ye traitor. Kotoka or de Kwame Boniso etu Kwame Nkrumah no ope Kwame Nkrumah kunu no ye be change ni din keke na ye de Accra to airport no so. This is part of the reason why Bawumia wants to change this idiot. I'm telling you. Last week I was in Ghana and I met a lot of senior politicians in the NPP and the NDC, and they were trying to explain to me why Bawumia doesn't like Afenyo. And I'm now beginning to understand why the NPP, majority of them, think Afenyo is foolish. Very, very foolish. This is the minority leader. Such a foolish analogy. Say, Kotoka, Nidino, Kotoka Dini are prominent. And what you are talking about, what has it got to do with Voltarians? So stupid and just tribal foolishness. The level of idiocy, the sheer foolishness exhibited by a raccoon. Listen to him. This is the minority. No wonder Bawumia does not want this fool to lead them. What makes Kotoka's name a prominent name? What makes his name a prominent name? And then if somebody is a Voltarian and the Voltarian believes that Kotoka, who is a traitor or two Kwame Nkrumah, Voltarian Onim Nyansa will never vote for Kotoka's name on anything. Actually, you people, you the Dankwa criminals, na Ekufuado Busieni, the snitch. He was working with the CIA to destroy our nation, and no, and I'm supporting. You think Kotoka's name is a prominent name because people like you are still worshiping a snitch, a traitor, somebody who works with foreigners to destroy our nation. You people, that is the kind of people you are. That is why today you are still recognizing Dankwa, because Dankwa was a traitor. So you believe, say, upon all the nonsense Kotoka did, you see nothing wrong with it. So let's bring in the tribal. The people you mentioned, they are Voltarians, and they are Voltarians who will not vouch for a traitor. You see, this is the highest form of fool. Right, for the first time, I agree with Bawumia that he cannot allow such a fool who does not think through matters to lead the minority, because if this is the person in parliament leading the minority for you to win power, then you have to understand that you have cursed yourself. You never get close to power. This should even tell you that Ablakwa, all the people he was mentioning, they are people who are Voltarians and will never vote for a Voltarian who is a traitor. So he is even justifying why those people are intelligent than him. Why should Ablakwa vouch for Kotoka, who was a traitor? Why should the Fiamakpo vouch for Kotoka, who was a traitor? Why should Fifi Kwete vouch for Kotoka, who was a traitor? Why should all the Voltarians in the NDC vouch for Kotoka, who is a traitor? Why should they do that? It is only people like you, Afenyo, and your likes, the piglets in the MPP, who vouch for JB Dankwa, because you have always seen traitors, snitches, people who always fight against their own nation as heroes. That is why in the NPP, you still worship the Dankwa name, because you are not ashamed of glorifying a traitor. The foolishness, the highest form. Mama politics are at time. And these are the people said, Jimmy Biato suit to sa, then we say these are intelligent. This is a very stupid man. What has tribalism got to do with this? Yet Kroma and you a whole Kumasi International Airport, and you the two Ohene, Asante for Hene Bako. Nobody linked any tribal thing to it. Nobody sat here and say, Adentina Kumasi Airport, no, Modiakoto or Hinibi or Yasantini. Asantini BS Kumasi Airport to Asantimemu. Kumasi Airport. Asantini BS Kumasi Airport. And so Yaba say Koto Prempeh the second who said, Yen can say, okay, no problem. Did anybody say, Adentina the airport to Asantini? Ghana history mu Asantini ben na ako a sebio enya tribe ntokwa wako ama Ghana ubetuma boba kumpodi. But we sit here as Ghanaians, we don't care, because majority of ntokwa Asantefo ako a tribal war. It was no war that could build this nation. But we will not sit here and say Asantefo ntokwa a tribal war. We are sidelining them, even though some of them till date they still think say omo person be Ghana for. We don't care. But we as Ghanaians, we accept them as one people. There are people it was in the name of Ghana. But you call Santimemo Prempeh the second airport no obi can say adentina awona fo ne bumfu ye adentina gonja fo mo Santimemo a omo ne Asantefo ma wo ya omo nya mbema tenten ma ende uhu omo ma say sebio mbema tenten no omo bumfu adentina why because Afenyo Makin is foolish, very weak-minded. He cannot think through matters. And now understand why Mahmoud Bawumia insists to say it was Amin Adams a minority leader. And now understand. First, I thought Bawumia was being hard. But Bawumia, they have taken their time to analyze Afenyo Makin's level of intelligence. Almost with Jimmy, now you know form na so obi ye MPP ni no ya hunani a na what work as ankwasi asem wo obeka say na wagimi ana what do you represent ye yi din no koma o say Kotoka International Airport koma Accra Jimmy we want the Kotoka name out. It is not the comma that is there. MPP for ankasa na mu yenwan. I know sometimes be say e be di mo atamba mo Jimmy dodo. Adina mo Jimmy sa your leadership you won kwara say hwe nkofo mu di Bawumia hwe mo campaign time hwe de no mo ye. Nkwara na Jimmy impenifo na Jimmy, you give them the opportunity to exhibit a little bit of intelligence. No makagum. You as a minority, you want power. Ni ebusa question way. Oh, the transport ministry wants us to change the name. He could not get any reasonable answer that, oh, these are Voltarians in the NDC. Why are they? Do you think Voltarian were Jimmy Tisawo? No Voltarian is foolish like you after your marking. Voltaire and away Jimmy no MPP. Voltaire onim nyanse bebe say I will not glorify a traitor like Kotoka. So how did we get here? How did we get here? You are very foolish. Change your ways. They will change you. Bawumia campaign okotena eye ukromo ho e na wo campaign tia Bawumia. You did campaign e pompi sika e campaign tia Bawumia because you never wanted Bawumia to lead the NPP. Election results reach clearly. The number of the market in Japan, Sika o Pompey, Mutrati Nipa, Mutatanko for we are by Kennedy, because in your mind, Kennedy was going to win. And I will be, Bawumia will be, with all due respect to Bawumia be very foolish to allow you to be the minority, because the more you sit there as the minority leader, Bawumia should understand and say, 30 years he can never be president. The more you sit in front of the minority as their leader, na sankwa yesema okay, so be ahuneni no party ma, Ogin said, na jibe so sila ondi wechi. No. So if Bawumia is smart, he needs to start working on you, taking care of you. Or some you will see in chain, na omo penyanseni bi di minority nenim. Wa economy won't mean kasama Bawumia. When issues about economy eba parliamenta, say ato force about parliament, na se oberidi budgeter, you cannot understand. So how are you going to make a case for Bawumia? I'm asking you. When there is an economic debate, a debate on economy in parliament, how are you going to make a case for Bawumia after your market? How are you going to make a case? You can't. So automatically, Bawumia has lost the debate in parliament when it comes to the economy. And you have to understand, Bawumia, the strength of the economy, right now he wants a rebranding to tell Ghanaians, say, on your bad economist, and I say, on bon ye. He needs somebody who can do that for him. You, I'm asking you. Now, I'm coming in. The President of the Republic, John Mahama, to cut sword for tractor assembly plant in Ghana. And John Mahama, betwa swordim. Be assemble, be shisha tractor wa Ghana. And the idea is say they want to boost agriculture. John Mahama, or one of the biggest farmers in Ghana, so winima. Ope ekuafwa kesiye a Ghana. We three John Mahama is one of them. And he's leading by example. John Mahama is about to cut sword for an assembly. Yeba be shisha tractor wa Ghana. Tractor na ekuafo sebio omu epebi edie di juma edie boosti emo juma omu ye no. And the John Mahama Abino, through the agric minister, Mr. Eriko Pokuno, they are bringing an assembly. I'm the plant ne babe shisha tractor wa Ghana. Ebedu impempenso bi beduno na ekuyeni to me ura bank. Na wakase me tractor edu bank for and the interest loan no aba form into mama me the tractors edu na mintua ne kakra. That is what is going to happen. A time will come. Say ekuyafo no ebetumi awoki into a bank. And then ask the bank to give them loan to go and buy tractor cheap in Ghana. Say you be a tractor ewo Ghana ema ekuafo. One, say kuyenini kota also tia say tax bi enu a obetua enye import duties bi enu ho. Uncle Jina port enka say obia charge no port duties kakrakabi. You are buying from Ghana because it has been assembled in Ghana. These are things a changing economy. These are things the government is touching on everything. Recently, Mati say kokokuyafo bi kasa this is a government that has always listened to the Ghanaian. And I know the government is going to take decisions there's no way this government is going to neglect cocoa farmers. So they na MPP for create an impression be, and every time I hear yes cocoa ni bi say aban tua cocoa kabe 2 months inti okoton cocoa for magalam safe no konekoton. Because aban we buy in the history of the Republic of Ghana, about way in less than 1 year or to cocoa mucha aban bia waba in the history. And they say aban kura 2 months entua send also tiana na sa also cocoa for no odo koma galam safe wa with all due respect because you cocoa kuafo a obo betwan ma aban ama musika. Yes. Intimino, when I hear those things, I am straight. Because I also say, I buy now buy, this is a government time and now we talk a fertilizer, I buy we buy more free fertilizer. Time and now we talk a insecticide, I buy we buy or more free insecticide. And it say glitch biaba, now say I buy is not paying you on time. Now so you cocoa creating now say because I buy is not paying on time, me the cocoa for come galam safe wa. Come on way. Because a for papa na omoji aban we ejuma di. Na the aban we ye no omu de cause say ye no they will wait and negotiate and talk to the government and the government will come through. Aban never solve the problem no. This is a government where aban ye chichire aban chichire den obwa fishermen obwa cocoa for obwa cashew for obwa rubber for obwa different farmers. It is we a cocoa farmer na say bia utsike tua no akechire kakra. It does not mean it's aban neglect you totally. No, that is how governance is. And it do sometime you say, oh, we mu pay aba, we mu pay maye. Aban to nyama. Aban does not do everything at the same time. And they say, we a cocoa kweni. Now say 2 months. Aban nyama usika. Into usha aban nim. Aban kancha also on tia. Nasa also do cocoa kwiano. What the bema galam say for omo hofa kumomo. Obian shaw, obian on kontokwa. And ekwiafo na sebio, omunim de aban we aya momo, and it plans aban we wo momo no. Those farmers understand the government. Me when I see these things, also I don't it doesn't bother me. Because me ni maban no, and wo koko kwani no, wo ni maban no, and onim de aban ya ma wo. Inti say wo say ubedi MPP fo echi ensam keka, na do koko fo ro, e koma gala. Me kai say aban we ba so foforo. John Mahama first window or two kokomu kakrebi later or sadi first one no ye nyankwasiafo bi betena Facebook ye kokofo ye ne akwabi ne nim se kusie ba ne hu fin bi wo hwe ne nim ase jota se ne hu fin bi oti kokko bi ase di perform tantan bi wa so pro na odi ne nkofo bi jimifo bi hu fin bi ene ye ntiasie ye beton ye kokko no ebesi ndem kokko no monton ye ade no monton ye because obo se Ghana fo ni bi mo jimi omo dada mo omo demo eje coins social media mumu just ankwasiafo no say John Mahama bind the buy na first day ka say atoko mu say 126 Ghana say den omo say ye de ye ntiase no enkofo no begina social media say ye twa ye kokko egu no busa omo so mo twa gui ye to magalam say fo mumu say omo ton ye omo no omo nya papa ye kokko fo atwafo papa mo Ghana omo te de ekonase omo abotrama oman no omo abotrama aban no they know the government will come in. And it's impuro no uhwe di penim ne esi agu nanum uhwe di pa se krama ka bona o dagata so uhwe ne esi agu nanum hu fin bi danwura bi mu o danwura bi mu na jimifo na MPP for so na say we ni pemu otwin we. So we need to get serious. We need to understand. I am not saying say everything is perfect. We kokko kwedi na ohwe me a bibia anya perfect. Aban we beto problems pa but we this short period the Abanwe etumia you can see clearly say Abanwe has really tried. If today there's a glitch, na say Abano sikebi also tiap cocoa for na onyentua ya. It does not mean say Abanwe neglect cocoa for. No, the government will still see to the payment of cocoa for. Abanwe beye sa Abanwe anya yebe jina ban so. Memetie se mo ofa bi ekoko ni na se de sika nyamba ya e wo se hame e wo se meka aban nanim se e wo so otua. So as far as the government has not shown any indication say on tia cocoa for no, we still make sure that the government settles cocoa farmers. It is all cocoa kweni, nasa abane bon homodin to help you. Nasa also kokoton, ukoko fuama galamsia. Kone koton because your cocoa for bebre organa, omoni so the abane yenum. Omo gidi se, the ekosono, din kakra, abane si kebi anan kose bana, enyambaye, non chile se, omoni abane wa problem. No. Because near to Kroma, and a cocoa kuafo, near to Ghana. Cocoa, yatro not for sale, near Toma cocoa kuafo. Yeti kroma kokwe kuafo call pension omo sika na da bank ekufu ade ne Bawumia ne Ofori Atta omo gi sa pension sika ne die ne yeti kroma kokwe fo bebre wuye enkwasiafo we da na nam Ghana say kokwe kuafo fo sika mba ye it omo kwa demonstration. No, we understand me meti ase se me kokwe kuani am bubofu me kokwe kuani a meka sa den, but aban we actually from day one say it will never neglect kokwe kuafo. And I know very soon the government will pay all the arrears. That is a government we all can rely on. In Tiabani say oba be tractor plant or Ghana. Ye ba be tractor or Ghana. Kokwe kuafo ende ye benye kokwe kuafo they will own tractors. Ye benye kokwe kuafo a omo nkobo be sia se me kopet tractor be abetwa mefu so. Ye benye kokwe kuafo ne ada ekuafo a omo betumi ankasa kase tractor enan we ye media. If it's a Bank of Ghana at the interest rate so send them a kobo besia and the Bank of Ghana say credit lower banks no no my friend credit unions no be upgrade your most. We are bringing back those community banks. Nana Kufuado Bawumia or say economic wastegate oba power 2017 and about Bawumia ka say yentwa small banks ni nyina mu and about we be gu ni nyina. That those credit unions no and small community banks no omo na ye maame no mo ekobo besia nketenkete di omodwuma enso Ofori Atta ene Bawumia mo pese sika ni nyina be di omo nti omo twa sa adwuma di ni nyina mu e ma ye maame no because ye maame a oti edwom ewo dwaso edwom ontumi ma den enkran ene stand chart for medin komo ontumi Barclays for medin komo ontumi SGSSB sa banks no omo nyoma no complicated nanso obetuma boawura den Odotobri bank obetuma boawura credit union bank bi na ono medin komo 10 minutes na nsa kan loan, and that is what was running the country before Nkwasiafo we be power from 2017. And we need those small banks to be operational because omo na mutumi boa ya maame nom edwadifo no because edwadidi bi wo ha obetuma ka se mekọ kwan so den na wotwe ya ebe anasa Friday na dan fu betuma frɛ no ɔkyena no pasa onua se sia agye ne de bi abusu e wotafo enti so wantumi amba ade kyɛ no pasa maame no obetuma ewura credit union na wabusa 10,000 Ghana ye de bema no wo hɔ a obetumi de afaka obetuma kofa nyoma aba. That is the kind of bank we need. All that we need to do is to make sure regulations are perfect. They work within the laws, and that's all. People will have access to short loans, quick loans. So the economy will be free flowing. And that is what the Bank of Ghana governor and this Bank of Ghana doing right now. They are trying to bring back the credit unions, the small banks, so that they can get access to small monies quickly. And that is what you do by building a nation. When you see a president say, oba be hye tractor wo Ghana wo koko kuani no wo cashew kuani no wo tomato farmer no wo jene no wo kuani na obi dwin se wontumi to tractor no wo na ende ye de tractor eba Ghana na wo so betumi akọ negotiate age na we own tractor. That is what we are talking about. That is governance. Into kwasiampanyi be betana TV so say John Mahama mo omo nkyere me ade ba akwa NDC aya omoba power. This alone, when tractors are being assembled in Ghana, do you know the number of farmers ombe independent? Mo de mo jiminti mo MPP for kyere kwasia bi anka ntum tirim policy ne den ya the tractor ebama ekuafo nya tractor ye adwuma was a policy. What policy is bigger than a cocoa farmer being able to own his own tractor? Policy ben a so chain a farmer odua de kubea or nagasa one tractor or Ghana or to the sikato. What policy is bigger than that? MPP for mo Jimmy. You don't understand governance. Mun nimu nyansa. It's moment kwasiafo bi de brofo be dadamo. Policy ben a so chain say tractor or Ghana yeshisha or Ghana kwe ni betuma koto at cheap price. Policy ben a so sense Mumyan kwenim. Yejujum. Now, and the president has spoken again. President is saying, me team they say I should read this, and team, I think we can do that tomorrow. I think that conversation is ongoing. Yes, it's ongoing, so we can still do it maybe tomorrow. I think so. Yeah, let me leave that for now. Now, this is another story. And NOB Kano, Women's National Bank is over. Let's relax. Mummy and relax. Bibia befa fa ehye Sibia John Mahama ehye Ghana no. So when you under for my own tiasie, MPP for Jimmy John tiasie, me say John Mahama ehye Ghana, and the way he's doing it. Yen yanka see etima animu no. Me ba Ghana pa. Last year alone, me ba Ghana be 8 times. This year I've been to Ghana about 3 times. And let me tell you something. Me ba Ghana bia na me share the way John Mahama any aban we ehye Ghana no. Every time it gives me hope. Say the NDC needs to be in power for 41 years more. Me ba Ghana bia me hu. Now, Mrs. you can see the rapid development we are seeing around the nation. Mrs. we are seeing road construction being sida in the history of Ghana. We are seeing road construction in the history of Ghana being sida. Just say today in Ghana, Ghana now do Ghana someone say what is going on? John Mahama ne NDC for Sibia almost shemai actually we are Ghana near on person bejiatum. But in a space of just 1 year, 12 months pay. Oshe Jumadia John Mahama ne NDC for AD. Oshe the level of infrastructure. And I'm talking about roads. Roads has been one of the biggest problems I face as a nation. Every single time, your biggest problem ama ekrowe akonichi eya akwan. Nipa ewu every day. Nipa ewu businesses say bibia nkoso because ya kwan nye. But we share how this government in just 1 year the way aban way chichire kwan. The way in just 1 year John Mahama aban way ye kwan enye se ekwan keke. The way they are constructing ultra modern roads. Just say in 1 year Jumadia John Mahama aban way edino me say it will take some government around Africa 20 years to do. 1 year peno. Ejuma John Mahama ne NDC aban we aye. The roads minister, Mr. Abuja, aye. And the kind of road networks this government is connecting around the nation. Master, Osha the quality of work. We're just 1 year. Nanka aban biaba. And nanka within 1 year, omutumi ejuma say ya. Yes, a governance there, a continuation. Sanka aban biaba de tumi ejuma say in 1 year. Anka you will be away. The video production is by The Roots and More. Go on YouTube, follow the page. Arnold Mensah on a year, the host and the brain behind this. Oko YouTuber, on my page in your friend, The Roots and More. And answer Ghana Roots and More. I think so. Oko on Sabeka More, Ubehu a year, a quinding in updates, no. And I wanted you to see the work going on in Ghana. And the reason why I'm more confident is that John Mahama can do more and say, I have seen it. In 1 year, me nyini Ghana no, me hu abanya abaswa in less than a year. It might say Juma will be me who be that. So I won't sit here and deceive you and make it look like say your person way cost sa because your man for the opportunity. We gave the NPP all the opportunity. Near Tiana Mwakwata Jimmy for catcher say I year of roads. And so nani pa omu free Kumasi bankran no omu se mwa. And so year of roads. Ye want a kwan papa bi ankofo e de Ghana. And Abuja is not making noise. Abuja is not all over the place insulting people and lifting his shoulders. He is working. Contractors are working. The first time in the history of Ghana, 24 hours, contractors, Anaju 2, no muye Juma. There are videos all over the place. Anaju 1, 2, 3, 4. Contractors here, Juma, Anaju. And you are seeing the evidence. And this is a government that is just a year old. Just a year, 12 months. So if you give this government another 3 years in money, now the another 8 years or so. Now the another 8 years or so. Now the another 8 years or so. What you saying for the NPP omunim sanyansa no. Because a coin we nguano unim nipa dodo a save you omo Ghana. Into obi betina radio is not going to say can there ba kwa NDC NDC save lives. You're saving so many lives. Because a coin when go NDC, you know, anka kwasi campaign they said that is a miracle abuaje. Kanema me first anka ochine betina ma miewu. But John Mahama ni NDC nyan senti and ne nuaba ne girlfriend na ojiba Bawumia sika eko di ne chi no. Ene na busuafo efa kwan ne so a onim so mo bekọ aba. Kwasi asa na ofini krom na oba nkran ya onsuro anadwo because a coin no reflectors was so. Because ya kwan no into because NDC dey na NDC I can say NDC has saved your family by constructing roads, just roads. Because if we are alive, we can build. There, you say young people, nipa omo bechichiri krono, ade bechi ese ka atofom, ade bechi ese kwani nti accident see. The only thing that on mind be here say the people will be alive. And it's John Mahama's priority was the big push. When the people are alive, no matter what, you can build your nation. You need people to be alive to build a nation. Into so be an engineer, know all the knowledge. A young man or all the knowledge, a young woman or all the knowledge. Obetum ya boa mino na ekwani nyentu akonya accident to okumaso kwanso ewu e won sawem kwanso ewu. You are basically, you have affected the nation negatively because you are not going to get the human resource to build the nation. Into roads, no, and it the first thing to guarantee say Ghana for will live. And it's John Mahama by no or see year of the big push. We need to make sure our roads are better. Send a young engineer or tinkering or kaso ko san mamu kumasia ye nim se onwu okwan so sanka kwan ya anka eboni nka wewu sanka kwan ya there are so many people they would have benefited this nation e kwan nyentom nyinewu people with wisdom nyansa expertise. They all died because we have bad roads. So you need to fix the roads first. You need to save the people first. After you do that, then you look at how to expand the economy. And that is what this government is doing. Inti adia John Mahama ni NDC you know, marvelous. Inti kwasi ebitina radio so Jimmy for me betina TV so I can say show me one thing the NDC government I can say the NDC government has saved your MPP followers and yourself. Because the NDC government has built roads that were killing people. And that is the first thing. We need to save the people. We need to save lives. After we save lives, we can build. And that is what the government is doing. The government is saving lives first. In Oba, you can say, oh, you see, nipa ne buso. The reason why you are seeing so many people in the system, and the Oba kra unya kampomfo, everybody now is comfortable to go to town. And obianya tika kakrebi otumi di djuma, and obia tumi fa car because a born of form. So you get a lot of people coming into the system. And the MPP, people did not even have money to take transport to come to town. Obi okrompa okope juma sika odebe fo car okope juma no nibi uni because sika no petrol ne boarding untumi fo car. So right now you are seeing say there are limited resource for the people. There are so many people coming into the system. Among for beso mu bi juma your nipa be brande omo capital no omo nya kakra omo person ko set table up. There are so many people no many interest in person beko Accra market akwa pejuma biedi and they have the interest because now onyesika kakra bi obetime di juma. That is what causes the influx of people coming into the city. So ubebuta say then suddenly nipa bebre wo kromu saa yenyaka. It is because people want to be part of the building. People want to be part of the economy. People have seen say if they do a little bit of work, they will also get food to eat. Inti nipa bebre no are now convinced say they cannot sit at home. When they get out there is an opportunity for them. There are more young graduates who are getting on the streets now, going out there to present their documents because now at least oya calculation obetumi akwaba obenye duane kakredi nisika kakrebi da obetumi aye. Those times you could not even make a move. So all these things should tell you the progress that this country is making. People are now comfortable. People are now confident to go out there and try and get into business. And anytime we see so many people, and our GPRTU2 is not helping. Our transport system, the influx of people now, and then the deficiencies in our transport sector. Let's not underestimate what is happening. The country is growing. It is growing at a pace. It is going to affect us. It is growing at a pace because the government, policies, and the way I buy no air to nyoma air jelly quickly, and we are not prepared for it. Anytime I say we should psych ourselves for the next 2-3 years. Say Ghana is going to grow. Things are going to open up. We are going to have a lot of pressure in the system. We're going to get a lot of people from our neighboring countries trooping into Ghana, all trying to come and get some of the cake. So we need to be aggressive when it comes to we trying to find opportunities for ourselves. And I am so impressed with the government putting out this Nkukwan Kitinkiti idea. If a young man is staying at Otia Denta, say nkukwan kitten onya 200 and 3 months later onya nkukwa saying. Sa branche bi titafo and your man nkukwan kitten 100 after 3 months or nkukwa saying obetuma ton saying obenya nkosia saying. And these small things, it makes it easy for the economy. Omo muti kuro ni mu no, they can also at the end of the day move in and out. Enti sa me hu chakwase bi kan dia ba ko NDC am so wagimi ka che say NDC save you keke because today you can go on the Ofanko road to Kumasi and come back safely without dying. The government is protecting lives. Mommy and come back to the stories. Now, this story is very important. It's exactly 10:08 in Ghana, about 5:08 in the US. Now, this story is important. President Mahama directs the National Investigation Bureau, NIB, to immediately is very important, to immediately investigate allegations of corruption in the award of foreign scholarships. Metna ayami TV we so a whole scandal about Kingsley Agyemang. This is Kingsley Agyemang. This guy, one of the greatest thieves in the history of Ghana. I am surprised that this fool is still walking around in Ghana. And John Dramani Mahama say, what directing the National Investigations Bureau, NIB, say foreign scholarships, no investigations. Kingsley Agyemang, he stole over $50 million just as scholarship secretariat. This guy, Sakwawi, and the Kufuado, may a whole scandal. Nipana onene ko bo krono nipana na onene area yesika was scholarship secretary. They were selling scholarship to Sekelewuli. Kwasia we owia scholarship secretary sikewie no na odiko tu atachia and odebewura parliament. Now, John Mahama and this government, they need to make sure they go down and investigate this guy. Because you see, under his leadership, akwa we sika owia and you know the funny thing, Ebuakwa hine ene kachire Kufuado emane yes akwa we scholarship secretariat boss. Yes, Mr. Boachi. It was Ebuakwa hine Mr. Boachi. Papa na bofre no ache hine no. Ono ene this akromfo we ma Kufuado say onye the scholarship secretariat boss. And akwa we be scholarship secretariat boss no achimfo yes obey. Ebuakwa hine ne nkofo osesa omo illegally. MPP force saw mo illegally. Edom kogu abrochira. Obu okwa abrochira school kwa wanko onim school no. And this guy, he was selling scholarship as high as $50,000. Akwawi. And John Mahama say yembie investigations. Oko abrochira. 90% of omo amunya scholarship kwa abrochira no. Omu nyina no monko school. I am telling you. 90% of Nkofua omu akwawe emo scholarship under MPP. So omu school abrochire no 90% no munye students. On one the constituency or the nipa be 30 omu ye MPP executives. Enkurase form who fibio or se omu kogu abrochire. In the name of the scholarship in the eco school. Akwawe, the problem we are facing today. Recently, Mote said there are some young people in Europe, in UK. Say they are demonstrating. This is the guy. Hanging on. This guy is one of the diabolic criminals in the history of Ghana. See, Pobia was say lives. What dupe or mind way pa? This guy called Kingsley Agyemang. I think he's an MP. Baby, an attaching MP no. And John Mahama say MBA investigations right now. We should go into the matter. We need to investigate him. Yeah? If we decide to do a forensic audit on all the schools in Europe, Ghana for say scholarship koha. Ube will say 90% of the students are acquiring more scholarship from school. And after the investigations, you will see. Me say, after the investigations, you will see students now must say under Kingsley Agyemang. You don't mean go school abroad every month. Yeah, they're not all you say. For no musika. And this was on my show. I did this scandal. The guy who was doing the crime with him, the person was on live TV. Time 2023. obeka ni nyina kyerɛ mo enyem na mekae. What this guy was doing in the say Oju sika or Ghana, they were selling scholarships in pound sterling. Otumi be 20,000 pounds, 30,000 pounds. Metna me TV we so ena me yeah, go into the archives, go on YouTube. The story is there. The guy who was his colleague, his partner in that crime, they fell off. And a guy in the car said he will speak. Obeka every second Slajiman way. A man called for back. You can say Mumekuno. Enti Okase and the Obeka. Na Ghana for will say Kingsley Ajiman and to me kuno. So that guy came on my show. And that guy spoke. And that guy gave us all the documents. Sakwa we know and say, as the CEO of Scholarship Secretariat, you know, Otam Ojo Bisika 30,000 pounds, 20,000 pounds. What they doing and they say, Otam Nipana, Nipani go school bia abrochiru. Now Oma register Nipanu was school was say or your students. Now what goes on and they say, San Nipana obe register and say Oko school Ebia or Manchester no. Nipani niwo as a student too. And this Kingsley Ajiman will be paying money to the person as stipends into another foreign account or UK. Say otia eye stipends from the Nippon school no. I was say abine man kakra as a scholarship student, you know. It is sa sikan kitinkiti a dema scholarship student, you know. Sa nkofo no kwa onim omanko school ho no we create accounts e UK ho in the name of those people. So what he does and they say every month, you know, no atam sika say where your students no stipends sika on be twetwa omo ekoto accounts no mu a na sa sika na koto odon accounts mu. It is our investigations that we say 90% of omo find in same as scholarship students, no, they are not in school. Into we check here, police for we teacher ni they were not students. 90% of them were not students. So he was sitting in Ghana as the CEO of Scholarship Secretariat and was paying himself in the UK. He was paying himself in Holland. He was paying himself in the US. So that was how he was making the money. And today, say, yes, students in say, he did not care because the real students, you know, he was not giving them any money. He created his own portal. He created his own students clique. Into offer a year in the constituency. Now, or the call UK. Now, our former friends are a student. Could do no a create account as a student. What happens? And then they say student in the court, na so wa back class for a period school ni be yin free ho. It is SARS can be making sure say student na back class for 6 months school ni be permanent. SARS 6 months no obe tua student in stipends be 2 years stipends amano. SARS 2 years stipends it never goes to the school. It does not go to the student. It goes to the account he has created because on paper that person is still a student. School still be oha. Your man scholarship not 3 months 1 back class, 2 months 1 back class automatically school ni be pamon. This guy knows it. Into such a connection now. Now could do UK. All that he does is sign the say 2 months time school no unco yabe pamono. Into that within that 2 months no obet student salary and I said stipends be 10 times amani pano. Now Sasi kano kwa nipani receiver ayo akwa we dia. He keeps the money. Into say omo person omo ye forensic auditor. This guy he will not last 24 hours. He will go to jail. And then I had a problem with APAC. When I did the scandal, that time na NDC opposition, I reached out to Sami Jemfi and I told Sami Jemfi, say, this issue is a very important issue. APAC should do one thing for me because APAC was on the education committee. I told Sami Jemfi to give all the documents to APAC, forward the video to APAC, and tell APAC to raise the matter in parliament. When Sami Jemfi approached APAC told him to tell me, say, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know why? Because APAC was getting money from this guy. APAC never raised the issue in parliament. In fact, at a point, Mesaka Sami Jevison can't APAC say, so want to raise the issue of parliament, public accounts committee, they should call this guy to come and answer to the document. APAC said no, he didn't do it. In fact, if I can go back to our chat, Minister Sami Jemfi chatter, Sami Jemfi actually sent me a screenshot of what APAC told him. APAC is a criminal. Recently, also a church of Kwasi Asembi. A foolish man like that. It is APAC the man we are. He was taking money for dependents. This guy is a criminal. Sa Kingsley Agyemang way into the president is saying say be audit NIB for investigations now. Akwa will also free parliament. And I've told my team today, all the documents I show, they should try and retrieve every document. In fact, if we are not able to retrieve all the documents, the guy now on the boss, Mr. P, can you guys try and find me a short video of that interview? Mr. P, Mr. S, can you guys, Mr. S, if you can do this quickly for me, I want to remind Ghanaians. Can you guys get me like a 1 minute or a 2 minute video of that interview? Na me fan chere Ghana for akwa we oyewi. Makasa chere Ghana for ohun so obeko jail no e na owie sika na odekwaji seat no achim police ni nsem atachia boy when ekwaji atachia seat no owie sika e na odekwafa atachia seat no. What he did is say NPP for in 2020 elections no V8 amu use o Ghana nyina na ebo ewe dia auto V8 be 80 and na orentma NPP for Samia Wukuna na edin enim yes ade no. And you know what this guy was doing? Boy na ye interview ni ka kire say akwawe auto V8 na say auto free a company wa na wakọ insure no full coverage. Ochika na do point bia na the okotweja to car nim. Inti comprehensive or insure car no on fully insured. Ochika na or the rentia be 1 year. Na so wu se car na yemra V8 no na wakọ ekuraso kwan bi so na okotweja tum. O treasure tuma na wasako car insurance company no akoji sika no adato mono. This guy, I didn't say it. The guy who came on my show did it, said all these things. 80 no our V8 by 80 time me buy and scandal no started say or town V8 no or releasing 1-1. Wait, he's a criminal. He's not supposed to be in parliament. 80 or sika we nyina no say no. The safe haven will be parliament. Send a bear mania parliamentary immunity. And a sikano wiano or yimu bino loco to attachia. And a oche buano. And a omunina buano because he was paying money to the NPP. NPP campaign in 2020, he was sponsoring the campaign. Now the cast no more campaign no ni V8s. Way. Every way. Every way. Crown 4 way. Konfowe. Me say scholarship no the man girls or more health sector. Yeah, Bible show my team is telling me, team, you say what? He was giving story way, we will go back and do this story. Majority of girls there chichi almost say, UK or your health center worker there and the ayakwa in the omukoye. Me say odi mana no asama almost scholarship. Kwasi way. Na Kingsley Agyemang way Jimmy Fo way Konfowe every way. You see this story? Thank you very much, team, for bringing this in. What was our story we? Sa nipa na mo yesa de Kingsley Agyemang de omukoye. What was our story we? It was reported at BBC News. Naomi Grimley and Camilla Horrocks. Ghana patient in danger as nurses head for NHS in UK medics. Mama Chow, sa nurse for bi na imbre bi almost say omunya gogo UK say omo de scholarship was dey sa boy when say omunya koye. We defanization. Oni efa edaye. And na osisa nurse for no more scholarship. It don't go UK wa na if you perform ebi mo ha omo need that experience omo du pe no mo kuni pa UK aya Kingsley Agyemang ayi rade akwa we no na bi na ye adwuma message John Mahama omo bie investigations was ade we mu Europe, America, especially UK. Kingsley Agyemang only 1 week obeko jail. I am telling you. Kingsley Agyemang oye comfort Ghana education na essay nyina this boy Kingsley Agyemang. Kwasia we di Bawumia chi say yem to abama Bawumia na Bawumia nya den Bawumia mbeye president. Bawumia mbeye president sa kwa we because say Bawumia ba power onko jail. So he was using the scholarship secretariat to make double money. He made so much money. He made so much money. Now, you can be obi fear. Mr. Kinsler Jimano, na APAC, the Deputy Education Minister and the NDC, Kronfor APAC. APAC Kronfor. APAC, he's not the Deputy Education Minister. He made this happen. Sanka APAC raise the issue here and can do her. Me, I don't respect that man one bit. APAC, I'll keep saying it every day. No wonder he's with Haruda Idrisu at the Education Ministry. This guy APAC, let me show you his face. Now, a criminal like him, he thinks he says somebody's scared of him. Enkokra akronfon kwa mon kanokre. Motete parliament wana moye business. Wo APAC. Semi criminal like you. You people, you think me I'm scared of somebody? What you say, Mr. Obion? Mo bodam. This man, APAC, he's not a deputy education minister. Mumusano, he's the one who covered up for this guy. Muna mud go na mugu John Mahama ni mase. You these people, Muna mo say John Mahama. I am not going to allow any of you old goons to destroy John Mahama's legacy. This man, APAC, he is the one who protected this fool. APAC Ronye. He's the deputy education minister now. Wait, on kanu kureba akokra. Yene young men, ya their life nyina to. Ni e boy djuma na mo de kwasi asam te parliament mumubi. Na mo di kwasi asam e protect akromfo. Personally, I told Sami Jemfi, tell APAC, Sami Jemfi did it. APAC catcher and say, it is, I don't know what I'm talking about. And that the education committee does not have the right to go and question. Say, what bought them on? And the John Mahama about power, nobody minister. Abuofunu, John Mahama chop president, you can't chop minister. Yanyan kwasi ejuma na obedi minister, but di ma. One criminal, I hate to see him. His name is APAC. He is the deputy education minister. Well, when you contact John Mahama Krama appointment, they don't like John Mahama. People like they don't like John Mahama. They are bad people. Or to back parliament and all your business. He knows all the corruption happening. Onim krono mu bonyina APAC way. He encouraged Kingsley Agyemang to do what he did. APAC, our friend APAC, Papa way. He has no shame, no credibility. And he, me see, my year Juma, the documents are brand. I need to go into such chat where I check. Let me go. Me charge ya. Thank you very much, team. Thank you so much. Me team need the video na ba ma membo nchem na mon kaimo. Na me mamu a story where I yada. So if John Mahama is saying they should open investigations, sir, it is true. And yeah, it's 2022. We're 2022. The constituents, party executives, and also Mkogu UK, the normal introduction. No? Kingsley Agyemang, Kwasiawi, Akwawi. This guy. Also, sir, MPP executives. Every the constituency. And all this scholarship secretariat document. And all Domko UK. And now we introduce you more. Mina me yadi and mina unnecessary or the scholarship secretariat deals not yeah. This guy, a Riwe, he's a thief. He's not supposed to be in parliament. Me, so once I can't say me, and the honest truth is, me I am okay. I am very okay. Boga, me, I am okay. Abrocha meteno, I am very, very okay. Into me, I don't need your dime. It is not me it is not because me tino. It is because I crom for. And many evidence are mean jinaso because minimo. There's no way I'm making some toso abra minimo, minimum power yet. Into I didn't make some toso. Into so was a miko be a sama, na a sama me one jinaso. 2022 na miyakwa with story. 2022 and I'm a yes, I aqua we say, oh, ye won't stop no. And a deputy education minister, APAC, said he's not going to do anything. And the only APAC in our parliament, all your colleagues, and he's sleeping with APAC. They are gaying themselves. They are gaying themselves. 2022 Namia story, and the President Mahama said, "Yembie investigations." Modia mo pa monko Europe nyina. Modia mon check omunyina. Oh, videos in there, me team no. Now let me play guy na. Thank you very much, Mr. S. Guy na one eye sa Kingsley Agyemang we ebo krono no. We actually interviewed the guy on my show, 2022. Guy no nie. Yeah, Mojin said, anyway, this guy now on the ball chrono scholarship secretariat. Let's listen to a little bit of the interview. Ebiana Refi. In terms of John Mahama has done the right thing. I was say a chia kwawi 2022. Go into our archives, YouTube. Call her interview ni now. Documents ni na show. Abrantie we. Sa guy we. Your friend Kingsley Ajiman, Ebuakwa South, criminal. Or yes, he cannot call parliament. Now down for pani gift your worry, guy we. The friend the pani gift your worry. Yeah. This guy, only gift your worry. They are close pals. That is how they were able to create that kind of scam, that kind of fraud, that kind of criminality and thefts. Go into our archives. Call Loud Silence TV, YouTube. Now, call Busa Scholarship Secretariat scandal. Kingsley Ajima. Kosheni nyina oho. Ejiwe. Momoji nse etna na time obi ohu. Me time obi a o. Ba me ma obi angu John Mahama ni ma ase. O ya NDC ni o ya MPP ni o try metiuti. Me, I'll tell you. It does not matter whether you're my friend or not. And your own pebonia step out of John Mahama's government. Nema John Mahama mbuna buying. Now we are going to say you have some motive be. Only have your marking or link be. Only MPP for link be. And I'll be protect you be. You will go before John Mahama. Me ma catch them. And I'm not going. Me my allegiance is to John Mahama. Nyansane done it no. And that is what I worship. John Mahama and who nya fencha me papa. John Mahama onye nipa nchen me papa. John Mahama onye nipa nchen me. There's one thing I cherish about him. It is the wisdom in his brain and how willing he is to serve. That's all. So until I exhaust that wisdom in John Mahama's head, I'm not done with him. Until I was soon but right now, a goom for like 40 years, a goomankasa. Nyansane dosu and me was so a bebreba. John Mahama me saw the nana me was soon say Nyansane drop it at the coins. As far as Nyansane gumuno, I will protect it. And it dear, you can say whatever you want to say. And until say me exhausted Nyansane wo the timunya, nobody has opportunity to challenge John Mahama. Me say, until I exhaust every Nyansane that John Mahama team in politics. And ya bre to bring John Mahama here. And in Nyansane ye bibia de baye, we want to exhaust everything. It's your son and I was to say, there was to be also Nyansaba until see about was so about Nyansane no and you be okay. But as far as your was son and I Nyansa free the Trimubano. If it is going to take us for 10 years, me say, if it is going to take us 40 years, because there be a best of 9 near was soon, Nyansa be free the Trimua but sequence near you see. Until say about was summa, Yaba was a Nyansa be no near discarded John Mahama. But right now, Nyansa ni gum into your wasua de be a neighbor, into your bell was swatch. Now, there's another story I want us to talk about. More NDC for the binamu protecting MPP reform. No, may expose munina. Mamika bin chemo. More NDC for na mu protecting MPP akronfon. I will expose all of you. May expose you pia. Hemiako, I have nothing to lose. So Ochina John Mahama kaso ndi president be my Miako, I have nothing to lose. And I will expose every single one of you in the NDC. Why am I going to say more money MPP for, more protecting MPP for? I will expose all of you. I don't care. Hey, you can be the friend to John Mahama's brother. You can be a friend to John Mahama's wife. You can be a cousin to John. I will expose you. I have nothing to lose. And I'm not fucking scared of anybody. So, move on to me. So why would you say when this now be protecting MPP near and you're ready, sir? You and me know yensiada and the baku will go. Because I put everything on the line. My colleagues in Koto, free mind more people, Ransford Cable, young people, they could have done other things for themselves. They could have done other things. People insulted us, attacked us physically and spiritually. People wanted to kill us spiritually. People wanted to nullify our families. It is not a joke. It's me. Many are so minamo. Me for be a honchero. Miracle. From John Mahama to the vice president to the last NDC person. while best be defend the MPP Nibiano, I will make sure with my last blood I will expose you. Me kanwa into obia whom me stand. Me those kind of people you can convince me with money. I'm not those kind of people you can convince me with friendship. Me, I am focused. Me padia me nyaya me njai. And me nya de na kasa me bo ho ban a me njemu easy sa. Me nja nyoma mu easy sa o. Until makoma to me yem no makasa me jemu. Na me kasa me jema oboa. Enti sa why wadwen say Ojo Mahama ban mu. Now wadwen will say, "Oh dear, oh colleagues or MPP mu, you are going to defend people. I will expose you and I will insist and I will make sure you are sacked from this government." And if even John Mahama or no crying and I will find a way to bring the evidence to disgrace you. To the point John Mahama will have no option than to let you go. Even John Mahama pewasem, even John Mahama or himself will be a good person. I will bring the evidence to make him uncomfortable for him to sack you. And he will sack you because the evidence and the pressure, he will not be able to stand it. It's the entire do your job, be honest, and help the man. Untumia, open president today, mine. What I know now is John Mahama is president of the Republic until a year 2029. So right now, I don't recognize anybody. What I recognize is the president of the Republic doing his job. That is my focus. I don't fucking care about anybody who wants to be president. It is your cup of tea. What I know now is John Mahama is president, and that is what I am protecting. When we get to the river, when we get to the bridge, we will cross it. And nobody can block that bridge. When we get to the bridge, we have that conversation. Right now, what I know is John Mahama is president. His presidency will end 2029 January. And when we get to that bridge, we will cross it. And nobody can decide who crosses and who doesn't cross. So when you're ready to talk about John Mahama, then be ready to fight me. If you are not ready to help John Mahama, be ready to fight me. Make sure what the Amuji said from our own. We day here. Mobe kasa some of you. Mobe kasa and so be ante. Mobe tietiem. Mobe je mic 10 akabum. Mobe ye de obi ante. You will speak. Nobody will hear. People will still hear the voice of John Mahama in their heads. Me say, you people, some of you people, you think you can sabotage John Mahama. Some of you people, I know all of you, in the NDC, in the MPP, especially in the NDC. Me say mobeji ewiase mic nyina kasem, nobody will hear. John Mahama will stay at home and cough, everybody will hear. Mobe kasa, mobe tiem, mobe ye bibiya, nobody will recognize you people until you have a good heart to help John Mahama succeed. It's why Junior will say, you are not ready to help the man succeed. Now, better o backbiting no. Now we need Brad here. Now, our Junior will say you can do better than him. Obekasa okra oma omonte, okasa omonte. You will speak in your own house. They will not hear. They will not listen. Omekasa will hear the day. John Mahama will be at home. He will cough and people will run to him. Monfa kumapa emwa obi manin succeed. And then mama succeed. Now that idea now, some of you feel so entitled. You feel say you are all powerful. You think say you there my yamanesi obia nye power change yankopon. E onyame na matumi. 99% of you don't know how this power came. You have no idea. 99 of you people, more and more NDC, money and people, especially NDC. 99% of you people, you don't know how power came. Entire na munya botre. John Mahama in pabonini anko anka ondru ha. John Mahama okuta adwene bone ne akoma bone te se mumu bia anka ondru bebi owo no. So have a good heart. So unya akoma pa de nyame boa wo. The bad intentions in the dorsum. And it is not going to change anything. It is not going to bring this guy down. It will not change anybody. What has been thumb-printed has been thumb-printed. It's either you join, you help with a good heart, or you fall off. Me start this campaign, me start this campaign. My focus now is to help John Mahama build 3 years or so here, Jumano, because mandate 3 years, 4 years. He needs to exhaust the 4 years. When we get to the bridge, we will all cross that bridge. That ridge and that river, we will all cross it. Right now, they're done minimum 4 years. Let me look at the 4 years and see the job John Mahama will do. When we get to the bridge, we will all see what will happen at the bridge. Obianya Beman Jobia, Obiani Tumin Jobia, only Jah who is righteous. Entinya kumapa, Nabua. So, person who call any more politics, more NDC, more have a good heart. Diabolic ideas now, but some more experience in tea. Mubet me so adwini ay kokwana nsi adwini bi ade asay nipa indirectly e did nkwasi asemini ye hwemo mo de munye de mo be bia time no duru a and the say any abodam chemo. The people will decide who becomes president. Right now is John Mahama is president till January 2029. That is what the people have said. And when we get to the cross, the people will also decide again. Nobody has the right to decide. The people have the right. Government to complete 10 Agenda 111 hospitals in 2026. And I'm so happy say the health minister, Mr. Akando, Wajiatum, and he said it, I think he said it even last year. And the majority leader, Mahama Yariga, in his statement, say, NDC Abanwe, Agenda 111 hospital, 111666. 111666 111666. Oh baby is the number 11 Africa Michael Jackson no 666 111 I say 666 111666. Oh baby is the number. Hey, Africa Michael Jackson no, may your soul rest in peace. Agenda 111 na NPP for ebeye you don't mean to ba kumpo. Senka NPP for to me Agenda 11 ba kwa nkankwasi for ye campaign nkomo boso ebe sinde achichide na nalo danko ekufu ado kromfo no ontumi ngina bebi anka se Agenda 111 hospital ba ko oba ko mu akonyin sen awo ama afa no ho afa ne ba ontumi kan bi me say senka achichide ekufu ado kromfo ekufu ado senka otumi si Agenda 111 hospital ba ko nko bi ano ena nka oba ko mu ekogi nyinsen ekogi awo efa no ho fa ne ba anka chichide no anka okasa anka obeka Agenda 111 MPP ntumi nsi ba kumpo. But the good thing is NDC aban we say this year obubesi 10 ome complete ni nyina ohu aban papa 10, and I know say by 2029 no ome complete by 30. And Akando is doing marvelous. I have my own issues with him, but he's doing wonderful. Say the health ministry, this government, if they are able to complete 10 Agenda 111 hospitals in Ghana, then it means say we don't need any government, any party again to govern, because NPP, NDC baye, ejumadi bia NDPP entumanyen, NDC yeni nyina. Enti ande abozigi bejina kajo say, "Mami medi president, mami medi bobu sansa dey na obeye." Yama opportunity to build one Agenda 111 hospital. And I'm going say, when you check the record of Lordina Mahama, when it comes to health, now we check the record of MPP. Lordina Mahama in 8 years in opposition did more work than MPP as a political party in government. In Kwasi Asembe no. Lordina Mahama see more clinics. Lordina Mahama have more hospital supplies. Lordina Mahama SCV more women than the Kufuado and MPP Bawumia for 8 years. Records no anameboa. I can show you. And the old Nancy across the nation, you see Lordina Mahama clinics, maternity wards, and the Emma room. No ma ko afomu ba ne amom ntuma fita no ma fra no ma kofie ne agbo mu shire. Lordina Mahama so hard. And the Lordina Mahama we see maternity wards around the nation. Emma to me fe furo. Hey, eradi we die ebe de na mawo makoma ebo biri kakra ne de oba na wura ho na ne nsase ne sisi we die hey ede na menye kwam kwaten me frɛ no kura onfa ukoma Lordina Mahama clinic wa na empasi wo in papa ne de o mato so buei mo ma me kura ba na we die mentu ntotuo an Ghana ni ba nyima so obewo kraman yo say abrofo ma nyima wonti bibia me yiri nyimi me yiri ko adwuma de bia onko de also ko ode nkora ko me yire nyam ba Izara me mante se me ye me pesire we de ma me shega kra ma me koduti ene nkuruma kakra mo anya bi da bibini ba nyima ai so be wo kraman yi idiot yi we de be wu ma sorry me ma me kura wanye ma we de nya unka ho oba wo no me fine ma me so ba na ho den pa ho den ni wanya bibia abrafo ma anyima 8 months nyina no mo tennis pa me se me yire nyam 8 months o se yenko ha me se wonyam o se no problem na wo din no wo din abroni ba anyima ohumpo anopa no yeduane no yeti no anom na se yenko work ye fia na ekohwetia that is ne nenam me se wonyam o se no problem me yire to be to car obi a onyam 8 months enso oba Ghana na se me nkofo enyima anso mo ba wo krama kese krama ayi asante krama we die mama me kraba enyinsa a wonyam ya ba kraba be 30 na muni kraba ho ai ena pi ena pi edi enyinsa dia wo gwa na ba wo mo wo na nkra yi so abodam mo wo na ma wo gufu ado na ma wo Bawumia na ma wo chema wuntumi mo wo papa idiati me wu intomu di lodina mawada mahama clinic wa we die mempa we die yes lodina clinic boy mentimi ward die na monko omso go to ward 4 lodina mahama maternity was there nurse form wo nyina tebrofo omo ye good professionals udo say hello madam please sit down boy me ken akora owo ni oba wi na obedom ya kaso onya garamse cross onyai obewu disaster amaye o mani panya so agwo ba kwa nipa obagu ni or the problems there ba ontua tax oba ofukufo ba so ontua oba KVIP owuremu anu ahuru wo nipa ibe or the burden be to nipa so na ye disturb Lodina Mahama. Oh boy, we there Lodina Mahama nurse say o very good say, oh please can you sit down yo ya that's yo we there konwa we into mo sheda ni bibia metime butu so e wo na obewo enye eye chim na obechim. Lodina Mahama nurses no, oh please can you sit down, we're going to help you no makoye tea osi we dey boy tea dey nyan munni yi wo ho ayoyo anase mama mhire mu odi hire na akogu akora na pempem enti akora no ye be wo no opewi dada wabotam wonenam wadare chema wuntumi we dey enche mawo na mesimi kunu kwankwache your friend na intimi mpawen so your room is at the third room on your right, there's a bathroom in there let's form kuta wunsem me say Lodina Mahama clinic or the unyampo intokwa please madam can you lay on your back boy na me say time na mawo we dey bra me bre. So madam, wait, right now we just want to see a water break before you can deliver. It is here in Zungu media minyanwe. So we can make something for you. Na ma menaba Lodina Mahama maternity wo omo menu eduane oba peke. Omo ba fried rice, jollof, tea, dien omo de bread Ghana for ya. We dia kono do me ba cho munni yi wo muni fom ya mawa brofo dua ni di nefa wo akora yi na akora yi empie nyansam osi muni fom ya du fom chichira akora muni fom me pode nka menya ibu eyi impotompota Lodina Mahama clinic na obepa impotompoto na ya buchi awa ha enti sa nyoma nkitin nyina no na MPP fo ntuma anye ende agenda 111 hospital ye ba besi 10 enti MPP fo no dey mpa no mpeso mbeye boy ya wono Lodina Mahama hospital nka san kwase semo nkonka ya wono Lodina Mahama hospital into okekan kwase sem the fallacy of the argumentum ya wono Lodina Mahama hospital we mu ya wo hospital papa Kennedy mini badu so okay bo me to aso ai ena we de muni bofuro nkwan obe wo akwara wo Lodina Mahama clinic na wo pe bofuro nkwan die gu akwara na pempem o mepia ba ne kwase asem nkwa akwara besi aba wo kari bibia on tiase ye de wonim se ye de akonwa ne yesom yi bofuro de gu ni tirim ewura tokuro nim ewura na adwenim onim nyansa kevitela enko wedi agena 111 ye wie now NDC for asa kasem foforo ready eko kra de me ma me kra de kasa binti o ase be kra ni eko bedu etufo a ye kasa jai de o ye no na eko bedu da ho ye eko bedu o de ma me nto ma asem so eko bedu. Now government to complete 30 abandoned community day senior high schools, others majority leader NDC aban say schools na John Mahama Jaye free as e-blocks na MPP for jai na pro you know. John Mahama Bain say a year a bain we say omoba aba be complete 30 of them. 30. A bain we e-blocks. A bain we also agenda 111. The same government is building roads. It is uncle for we one more opportunity moment somebody Ghana so. MPP for nyansa ben no munima yensa ma omumbedi Ghana so the government is saying say e-blocks na Ekufuado achechide no one abozeki muja wo na omanfo mo nsanka na point ne hwene say standing fan obeye education minister na Ekufuado ode Bawumia gina stage catcher say they were going to build 350 senior high schools and it no free SHS ba ene ye yempre na we de wanum wi ache ene so Ekufuado so ne two one Bawumia omubedi nkwasiasem wo Ghana ha yanka bibia enkofo we bedi president 8 years omuntumi nsi eye muchia ama emotia kura nkutinema nko school Ekufuado ne Bawumia ntumi nsi muchia ye papa kofo ba ye ono so obesi toilet it is a steady MPP na enye aban ana enye party a edwene Ghana fo ho hwe sika omu be wia ye ne sika omu be nyaaye omabusuafo any a hantan some cars a kesie we need jot ni cocaine a kesia omenum guye so omentment ncca e-blocks and the aban we say e-blocks no 30 or babe make sure say sa 30 ni nyina oma ye ni nyina ye ama enkora asa ko school